Louisiana, Bowling Green, Eagle 102. The Eagle 102 Game of the Week is on the air. On your only on-air sports leader at 102.1 KJFM, Eagle 102. Now, the Eagle 102 Area High School Football Game of the Week.
And welcome to Bowling Green for Week 2 action here on KJFM. Mark Tronick, Marianne Everhart here for Bowling Green's home opener.
Home opener, yeah.
And are they doing senior night tonight?
No, they're doing senior night on September 11th.
Okay, so next Friday.
Yep, against Montgomery County.
A lot of schools did it the first week. I think Louisiana's doing theirs tonight.
Yep.
But they're going to do it next week. And then I saw something about the homecoming plans a little bit later in the month as well.
Well, that's right. And I think homecoming for the Bobcats is September 25th, if I remember correctly. And basically what they're saying is they're not doing the parade. Mm-hmm. They're going to continue to try and have a pep rally and things like that. Outside, if possible. They're going to do everything else. But, again, they're not going to have an indoor pep rally and no parade this year. So that's kind of the only differences for homecoming.
Works for me.
It works for you?
They're here tonight. We're here tonight, and the Bowling Green Bobcats are welcoming in the Palmyra Panthers. Bowling Green 0-1. Palmyra looked pretty good in an opening week victory last week.
You know, they played, I believe it was Christian, if I remember correctly, and I'm not familiar enough with Christian to say how that was, but Palmyra has been a tough team for years, and it's a team that Bowling Green has fought with for years. They've really struggled against this club, and they're really hoping that this is the year they turn it around.
Yeah, it's kind of a measuring stick, and we'll talk more about the recent history between these two teams when we start the pregame show next on Eagle 102.
Sunburn, bug bites, poison ivy, it only means one thing. It's summertime. From SPF to calamine lotion, Good Neighbor Pharmacy has got you covered. Stop in and let us take care of you. For fast, friendly service and affordable prices every day, visit your local Good Neighbor Pharmacy. Bowling Green Pharmacy, located right on the square at 8 North Court in Bowling Green. Or Family Drugs, 301 Georgia Street in Louisiana. Worth Construction in Bowling Green has been Pike County's residential and commercial water and sewer excavator contractor for over 54 years. Worth Construction is family-owned and operated and state-approved as septic installers in Pike, Lincoln, Walls, Audrain, Warren, and St. Charles counties. Worth Construction can also handle your directional boring needs. Contact Les today for your free estimate. 573-324-3552 weekdays. Worth Construction, Highway 161, just outside Bowling Green.
Lynn's Heritage House isn't your average senior living facility. At Lynn's, residents have an abundance of social and recreational activities, including trips to the Quinn Pike Family YMCA, numerous craft projects, and even the occasional day trip around Pike County. As a resident, you can enjoy the same independent lifestyle you've always enjoyed, but with the peace of mind knowing that help is available when needed. For more information, visit Lynn's Heritage House, 800 Kelly Lane in Louisiana, or online at lynsheritage.com.
A Taste of Philly in Bowling Green is inspired by a native Philadelphia and on a mission to bring Philadelphia cuisine to the Midwest. From the classic cheesesteak to calamari, linguine with mussels, crab cake, scrapple, soft pretzel, cannoli, and a Philadelphia favorite, water ice. A Taste of Philly will have you believing that you stepped out of your front door right into the city of brotherly love. Open 7 days a week, including for lunch. They also offer a 15% game night discount to any of our area student athletes in uniform. A Taste of Philly, 1521 Business Highway 54 West in Bowling Green. Bringing you all the action from the Eagle 102 broadcast booth, sponsored by Family Drug in Louisiana. It's time now for the Eagle 102 pregame show, sponsored by Bowling Green Pharmacy.
And welcome back to Bowling Green High School Week 2 action in the state of Missouri. The Bowling Green Bobcats 0-1 on this season, take on the 1-0 Palmyra Panthers. And you heard an interesting fact about this series in the last 5 years.
Yeah, so 5 years is basically, I think, about how long both Austin Leak and Joe Chin, who are on the coaching staff, have been with Bowling Green. And I'm pretty sure I heard Austin Leak, say that in that 5 years, Bowling Green has scored 2 offensive touchdowns. Everything else has come from the defense.
Which the defense has been good, but that's not going to win you a whole lot of games. And Palmyra has dominated this series in recent history.
In fact, I think it was just a few years back, they as in the fact tellers out there have said that we have not beaten Palmyra in, I don't want to say it's a crazy number of years.
Yeah, it's been a while. And Bowling Green looking to get over that hump, and I think a lot of that is going to have to be on the legs of a youngster. Well, not so young anymore. He's a junior, Charlie Bowen. They really rode him last week against Oak Grove.
You know, last year we saw Charlie really become explosive in the backfield. He was working with Gavin Dieters. Gavin, of course, one of the many seniors that graduated, but Charlie got a lot of great touches. You know, you and I had the chance to talk to Charlie after the Mark Twain matchup last year. He was the Eagle 102 player of the game. And, you know, Charlie is one of those players. He runs north to south really well. He's not really an east to west type of runner. You give him the ball, he puts his head down, he tucks it in, and he just goes. And he is the definition of a workhorse for the Bobcats. Now, the thing with it last week is, you know, when it works, it works, and it works, and it works. You just keep on and keep on. They're going to have to find a way to give him a break. And I think that we'll probably see a few more players come in for Charlie this year. Oak Grove was a beast all of its own, and this is something a little different. I'll be anxious to see. We've got 2 young quarterbacks for the Bobcats this year, Dylan Dalton, who's a sophomore, and Cooper Keel, who is a junior. Both of them have some quarterbacking experience. I would like to see them get the ball in the air. I know both of them can throw the ball. I know that there's some really good wide receivers out there. So I'm hoping that they will be able to give Charlie that break in the backfield and by getting the ball in the air.
Yeah, use the run to set up the pass,
Yes.
get something going that way offensively. Just watching the warm-up for the last 20 minutes or so, it looks like the quarterbacks have a pretty good zip on their balls and a nice link with their receivers.
You know, they do, and the great thing is both of those quarterbacks are capable of doing such great things that Coach Joe Chin, actually I guess it's Austin Leak who's running the offense, has the ability to switch them in and out. So you don't know which quarterback you're going to get there behind the center. And so that gives a little unknown presence there, too. And both of them obviously have their key niches, things like that they're bringing to the game. So you're not losing anything when one steps out and heads to the sideline for a refresher and the other one steps in. So that, I tell you what, I can't imagine a high school football coach that doesn't want that.
Yeah, actual rotation at the quarterback position, that's unheard of. We'll take a break. We'll come back. We've got keys to the game, starting lineup still to come as we get ready for Week 2 action. Bowling Green and Palmyra on Eagle 102.
Daily life is a bit different right now than what we're used to. Some are feeling the effects more than others, but let's remember that this too shall pass and try to find ways to keep positive, help others in need, continue to support our businesses as best we can, but also take this time of distancing and shutdowns to self-reflect and improve. Spend quality time with family, exercise, pray, tackle a home improvement project, even if it's just a power clean inside and out, but do something that helps you feel empowered and moving forward. Vicki Cadwalder Real Estate, praying for good to come out of trials.
Let nothing stand between you and the tree stand with this great offer on a fast, durable Kubota Sidekick, featuring a gas-powered engine that delivers a top speed of 40 miles per hour, best-in-class acceleration and handling of cargo, and a 2-year, 1,000-hour warranty. Get the Sidekick now for 0 down, 0% APR for 60 months, or save $2,700 now through October 31st. See us or go to KubotaUSA.com for full disclaimer.
Visit Meyer Implement Company or go Kubota.com.
Sunburn, bug bites, poison ivy, it only means one thing. It's summertime. From SPF to calamine lotion, Good Neighbor Pharmacy has got you covered. Stop in and let us take care of you. For fast, friendly service and affordable prices every day, visit your local Good Neighbor Pharmacy. Bowling Green Pharmacy, located right on the square at 8 North Court in Bowling Green. Or Family Drugs, 301 Georgia Street in Louisiana.
The Eagle 102 keys to the game.
And back at Bowling Green, our keys to the game tonight. Bowling Green has to stop the backfield of these Palmyra Panthers. They feature 2 backs. It's really a loaded backfield. You got the senior Lenenbauer as the quarterback, and then you've got running backs like Ross Arch and who was the other one? Wade Begley coming out of the backfield. They even have a blocking back out there. 83, Peyton Timbruck. He's not going to get a whole lot of touches, but he's going to put some shoulder pads on some guys.
You know, and those are names that are so familiar to the area, especially Lenenbauer last year. He just kind of tore up the Bowling Green Bobcats after about third quarter on. And I tell you what, one of the great things is that Bowling Green, when they graduated players last year, they graduated more offensive than defensive players. So you're going to have a Clay Lazier who was just phenomenal last year for breaking through and getting in and getting those in backfield tackles. You're going to have him back out there today. One of the players that I saw during the preseason stuff, Harrison Hunt, a young freshman, but man, he's tall, he's fast coming off the end. If he can get back there and work through that offensive line of Palmyra, we're going to see some hits in the backfield. So, I think that the numbers are there for Bowling Green. Hayden Finley, he's returning to that defensive side of things. Those are some big names that you're going to see big plays from. So if they can be patient and really work their technique, I think you're going to see a great defensive stance for the Bobcats.
Offensive line, I know there's no Ethan Everhart. He graduated, and you moved him into school this week.
I did, just yesterday.
But how's the offensive line look for Bowling Green?
Bowling Green graduated, obviously, Ethan last year. They graduated Andrew Biggs. They graduated several players on that offensive line. But the nice part is they have that core of Jacob Bowen, who you're going to see there. He is their leader on the offensive line. He and a couple others shared that last year, and did a great job with it. So he's still there. He's going to run that offensive line for you. And then you have, Ryan Bowen. He's stepping up. He played JV. He's going to be on that offensive line. The Charlton brothers, Tristan and Teddy, both of them, some really good size to them. They're able to get there. And then Shea Butler will be across that line. And he had a lot of varsity playing experience last year. So it's not like their offensive line doesn't have experience. They have some. It's just, they're going to have their own way this year.
So basically half the roster is named Charlton or Bowen this year for Bowling Green.
Pretty much. And those are those names that are kind of sort of familiar to Bowling Green football history. They all had parents and grandparents who played on this field as well. And so, they're football smart, Mark, and that's what we've talked about a couple different times. You may not be the biggest guy out there, but if you're football smart, you're going to get a lot more. You're going to get places a little bit more.
Our countdown to kickoff at 20 minutes here from Bowling Green High School. On the scoreboard, actually 17-10. But we still have the national anthem to come and our starting lineups right around the corner here on Eagle 102.
This is Kyle Sugar, Assistant Vice President at Community State Bank of Missouri. We offer a variety of loans to meet your needs. Whether you're looking for a conventional loan or an HELOC or an FHA, VA, or USDA loan, give us a call. We have some of the best rates around. Community State Bank of Missouri, your hometown community bank, 1887, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Liggins Flooring in Bowling Green offers Dreamweaver stain-proof carpet, new waterproof plank flooring, plus Novus hardwood and Sutex vinyl. Liggins Flooring at 705 Business Highway 61 in Bowling Green. Big enough to get the job done, small enough to care.
Bowling Green Ready Mix and Kearns Construction, your high-quality one-two punch to knock out tough building projects. Bowling Green Ready Mix for all your concrete and concrete supplies, and the only plant locally owned and operated, and Kearns Construction for new homes, remodeling jobs, repair work, you name it, and Ed will tackle it. Just call 573-324-3433 and let the friendly, knowledgeable staff at Bowling Green Ready Mix and Kearns Construction Company go to work for you.
Sunburns, bug bites, poison ivy, it only means one thing. It's summertime. From STF to calamine lotion, Good Neighbor Pharmacy has got you covered. Stop in and let us take care of you. For fast, friendly service and affordable prices every day, visit your local Good Neighbor Pharmacy. Bowling Green Pharmacy located right on the square at 8 North Court in Bowling Green. Or Family Drugs, 301 Georgia Street in Louisiana.
The Eagle 102 starting lineups on KJFM are brought to you by Community State Bank in Bowling Green and Troy.
Our starting lineups for this ball game tonight. You want to give the starting offense for the Bobcats?
Absolutely. They are starting a 6'1" senior wearing number 1, Michael Starks. A 6-foot senior wearing number 3, Hayden Finley. A 5'10". Never mind. How about we play the national anthem first?
We'll have the national anthem here. We'll finish off our starting lineups after this on Eagle 102.
No one likes to put up fencing on their farm or rural property. If you need a new fence or repairs to your existing fence, call Matt Stone and Pow Pow Cattle Farm. Matt loves putting up fences and specializes in the unique needs of farms and rural property. Plus, Pow Pow Cattle Farms will give you a free estimate that'll be the lowest you'll find.
I'm Matt Stone, and at Pow Pow Cattle Farm, we have the perfect solution for your fencing problems. Whether you need a whole new fence or just some repairs, give me a call for a free estimate.
Give Matt a call, 573-590-1218, and be sure to like Pow Pow Cattle Farms on Facebook. At Craig Bowen CPA, they guide their clients through a full range of tax planning and preparation decisions with strategies that minimize your tax liabilities, maximize your cash flow, and keep you on track to your financial goals. Craig Bowen CPA in Bowling Green encourages everyone to support their favorite high school sports team this season. Now more than ever, let your team know they have your full support. Craig Bowen CPA on the Square in Bowling Green.
Bank from anywhere with Bank of Louisiana's new Freedom Checking account. No minimum balance, no monthly fees, and free access to all of our mobile and online banking services like mobile check deposit, text banking, and online bill pay. Bank on your own terms with Freedom Checking from Bank of Louisiana. Stop by either Bank of Louisiana location today for more details or to open an account. Bank of Louisiana, member FDIC, equal housing lender. Phone data rates may still apply. Check with your carrier for details. Freedom Checking from Bank of Louisiana.
Area High School Sports on Eagle 102 is brought to you by State Farm Insurance, Sidney Blaylock, Young Enterprises Incorporated, and Pike County Memorial Hospital.
Solid national anthem from the Bowling Green Bobcat Band ahead of this Week 2 matchup. Now they'll play the fight song, and then we'll see some Bobcats run on the field here at Bowling Green High School.
See if I can finish those Community State Bank starting lineups. Let's start again. We've got at the wide receiver position, number 1, Michael Starks, a senior. And they have him listed at the running back, but I think we'll probably see more of a tight end position. As we mentioned, number 3, Hayden Finley, who's also a senior. At the QB, we talked about him a little bit earlier, sophomore. Dylan Dalton, who's wearing number 6. Also at the wide receiver position, a junior wearing number 5, Jordan Miller. We get down, one other for the wide receiver position, Ryan Cordy, who is a senior wearing number 89. Then your offensive line will consist of Shea Butler wearing number 54, a senior. Another senior wearing number 55, Tristan Charlton. A sophomore wearing number 65, Ryan Bowen. A sophomore wearing number 74, Teddy Charlton. And a senior, the leader of it, Jacob Bowen, wearing number 76. And then I forgot to mention our running back of the evening, Charlie Bowen, who is a junior wearing number 33.
So those are the Bowling Green Bobcats. I'm kind of being proud dad here. That was
you should be.
Olivia's first national anthem and fight song in the Bobcat Band, by the way.
She did a very good job.
Playing the baritone. She switched from trumpet to baritone, so a little bit different. But
that's okay.
The band sounded good tonight. Starters for the Palmyra Panthers, 1-0. They're coached by Kevin Miles. They'll start number 3, junior on defense. This is the starting D at linebacker, Landon Smith. A senior linebacker, number 7, Ross Arch, gets the start tonight. Sophomore defensive back, number 9, Colin Arch. DB senior, number 11, Zane Myers, gets the start. Another senior linebacker, number 41, Wade Begley, in the starting 5. A senior defensive lineman, number 51, Joshua Lickfield. Number 62, a junior D lineman, Braden Madden. Number 73, a senior D lineman, Weston King. A senior linebacker, number 83, Peyton Timbrook. Junior linebacker, number 84, Adam Goodwin. And number 88, a senior linebacker, Abe Hare. They're all listed as linebackers. I doubt they're all going to play linebacker tonight. That was like 64 linebackers for the Palmyra Panthers. But there's the 11 men that will be starting in orange for the visitors on the scoreboard at 1-0, the Palmyra Panthers.
Want to remind you that tonight's Eagle 102 Game of the Week coverage is brought to you by Hayden's Motorsports Center, Orff Construction, Lynn's Heritage House, Meyer Implement, and Pike County Title Company. Also, remember, you can not only hear this game right here on 102.1, you can watch the game at kjfmradio.com. And if you're like, oh, we're on the road, but we're headed to maybe another game to support one of the other area teams, we have the KJFM app. You can pull that up, and you can listen to the game there as well. So there's no excuse. And if you want to say, hey, Alexa, enable the KJFM radio skill, you're going to –
yeah, Alexa, listen to KJFM radio
right.
or Eagle 102.
Play KJFM.
Yeah. So there you go. The officials for tonight's game, I forgot about them. The referee is Kerry Nichols. The umpire is John Bishop. Adam Hans is the linesman. Terry Whitney is the line judge. And Rashad Tompkins is the back judge. So Nichols, Bishop, Hans, Whitney, and Tompkins, your officials for tonight's game. And what else do we have going on? Other action tonight.
Other action tonight, of course. We've got Louisiana's hosting South Callaway, right?
Montgomery County.
Montgomery County.
Yeah.
See, I get them backwards because they all run together.
And the Van Far game against Wright City was canceled. Wright City is actually bringing in a team from Kansas City, Kansas,
crazy,
Bishop Ward. So they found an opponent just like Bowling Green did last week. And they'll actually host instead of, they were going to host anyway. But Van Far will return to action next week against Mark Twain. Speaking of Mark Twain, we'll have their first action of the season tomorrow on Eagle 102 as they host the 0-1 Clopton-Ellsbury Indian Hawks. Normal start time. It's 6:30. Countdown to kickoff. 7 o'clock is when the game will finally get underway tomorrow as Mark Twain starts at home with their first game of the season against the Clopton-Ellsbury Indian Hawks.
Well, in a case you haven't heard, I know you just touched on a little bit again, the Mark Twain Van Far game for next week is also on Saturday, but that one was due to referee shortage. So. Apparently, Kerry Nichols out here was too busy doing other things. I will poke a little fun at Kerry Nichols tonight because that's just how we are. Just so if I'll blame any bad call on Kerry Nichols.
I have yet to know any. Well, personally, last week we had the Palmyra crew at Clopton-Ellsbury. I know them, but not as well as Jim Ross knows them, and he was poking fun all night. And this crew, I've seen them around, but if you've got that inside information,
I do. Well, not only does Kerry Nichols referee obviously football, he does basketball. He's also a rodeo judge with the Outlaw 5J Rodeo Company that I work for. So I have known Kerry for almost 20 years, and so he would expect absolutely no less for me to cut him. I don't cut him slack. And your starters for your Bowling Green Bobcats.
Bowling Green about to come out of the locker room. They're going to give the starters first, and then they'll run out of the weight room, locker room, field house, whatever you want to call it. We're about 6.5 minutes away from kickoff. We'll take a break, come back with more on Eagle 102.
This is Tracy Brookshire, Marketing Coordinator and Public Information Officer for Pike County Health Department Home Health and Hospice here in Missouri. We are doing our best to keep our community informed as much as possible regarding how the COVID-19 pandemic is affecting our county. Visit our dedicated COVID-19 page on our website at pikecountyhealth.org for resources, latest news, updated case counts, and a contact form for questions and concerns specifically related to the virus. Visit our website to subscribe to our PCHD e-news and be the first to know about any updates and resources we have to offer in our communication. Stay safe out there, Pike County. Your health is our priority, and together we will get through this concerning time.
Bowling Green Insurance is here to serve all of your insurance needs. Bowling Green Insurance offers companies to cover your farm, home, auto, and crop needs. Call Fred or Jackie today to get a customized quote that will fit you and your budget. Bowling Green Insurance is an independent insurance agency. That means they can offer several companies to fit you. Give Bowling Green Insurance a call today to get a quote. 573-324-5762 or 573-324-CROP.
Bowling Green Tractor wants to change the way you think about yard work with their Ego 56-volt ARC lithium battery-powered lawnmowers, weed eaters, blowers, trimmers, and chainsaws. At Bowling Green Tractor, you can walk in and see for yourself just how easy these products are to handle. So easy, anyone can use them. Once you try it, you'll just have to buy it. Stop by Bowling Green Tractor to see how easy yard work can be. Bowling Green Tractor, your home for Ego. Power beyond belief.
Cellular Satellite Center is the only stop you need to make when it comes to satellite providers, offering DirecTV and Dish Network along with antenna installs. Wait, there's more. They also offer several options for internet service with Viasat, HughesNet, and AT&T. Hold on, there's still more. They can also do security system installations, have TVs in stock, mounts, and cables.
Now, a special message from Matthew Niemeyer himself.
If you call an 800 number and they say we will be the local installer, they are wrong.
Contact Matthew at Sailor and Satellite Center in Bowling Green, your local authorized dealer.
High school sports on KJFM is brought to you by Abel's Quick Shops, Mike's Tire and Service Center in All Park.
You just can't hold kids back sometime. Not much social distancing there as they plant the flag. Bowling Green does at the 50-yard line. Now take their spots on the sideline here on the near side of the field. Palmyra in their road white jerseys with orange numbers, black pants. Bowling Green all black. It's a blackout night with the red trim and red numbers. And I like that they've gone to a more classic paw print on the side of their helmets.
They have. That was, of course, new this year that Coach Chin was excited about. And I find it interesting it's only one player out there for the coin toss and the captain's meeting.
You know, we had that last week. Clopton-Ellsbury went out with all their captains, but Wright City only brought one player out to the coin toss from the far sideline. So, and Wright City ended up winning the toss and the ball game. So we'll see if the strategy here helps one side or the other.
Jacob Bowen is the captain for Bowling Green. Stepping back a ways would be, I'm assuming, the other three captains of Charlie Bowen, Shea Butler, and Clay Lazier. And it looks like the quarterback, Lindenbauer, I believe, is who that is out there for Palmyra. There we go. Nice crowd on hand tonight, and most are in the black for the blackout game. You know, you mentioned before, but most of Bowling Green's team, the last name has Charlton, Bowen. So basically everybody can sit together. Yeah. They don't have to worry about it because they're all family.
And it'll be Palmyra receiving the opening kickoff. They win the toss. The captains return to their respective sidelines. Bowling Green kick team on the field. We'll start week 2 when we come back on Eagle 102.
Hey, this is Ryan with Mid-America Auto and Towing in Bowling Green. We've got something for everybody's budget. Everything from $1,000 all the way up to $35,000. We have a constant rotation of new inventory, including cars, trucks, and SUVs. So if you're out and you're looking for a new car, come by and see me. If you're looking for a particular vehicle and you don't see it on the lot or the website, let me know, and I'll do my best to find it for you. Mid-America Auto and Towing, just off Highway 54 in Bowling Green, is a one-stop shop. Like us on Facebook or check out our website, midamericaautoandtowing.com.
Is it time to renew, redo, or rebuild? People's Bank and Trust can help you make those home improvements without bringing a leak in your budget. I'm Christine Rutherford, and we have loans designed specifically for repairs and renovations, along with home equity lines of credit. Stop by your local People's Bank in Bowling Green, and let's talk about how People's Bank can help you. People's Bank and Trust online at www.pbtc.net or give me a call at 573-324-2525. Member FDIC Equal Housing Lender, MLO number 421603, and MLS number 407724.
Eagle 102 Sports on KJFM is brought to you by Ingram Plumbing, Bowling Green Pharmacy, and Mid-America Auto and Towing.
We encourage all spectators.
Balls on the tee. We're ready to start week number 2 on KJFM. Bowling Green kicking off to Palmyra to start this second game of the season, home opener for the Bobcats here in week 2. Line drive, mishandled a little bit, picks it up at the 10 across the 15, near the 20, and he's gobbled up by the Bowling Green kick team, coverage team. And just shy of the 20, the 19-yard line. That's where Palmyra will take over. Christian Johnson on the return.
So I tell you what I saw when Palmyra won the toss. Clay Lazier, who I told you about before, and is going to be in that back, it was awfully excited that he was going to get out on the field first. And I tell you what, he's pumped up and ready to go, and we'll see if he can blow through this line early tonight.
So Lindenbauer brings the offense onto the field. Just one in the backfield in the I formation to start this ball game, and it is a run on first down. And not much there. He falls across the 20 to about the 22. Gain of about 2.5 for number 41, Wade Begley.
Well, I know I saw Charlie Bowen got in there, wrapped him up a little bit, and brother Jacob Bowen was in there and added a little toss as well. So already doing exactly what they're looking to do, and they try the exact same thing.
Fake the handoff this time, and now an incomplete pass. It was a forward pass on the far side, although it was only about 2.5 feet.
And I believe that was Michael Starks on the far side over there possibly that picked that up, and he was headed to the goal line.
Called an incomplete pass properly by this officiating crew, and it's 3rd and 8 for Palmyra. See if they go back to the ground here. They do. And again, it's to Begley and another short gain. just shy of the 25-yard line. It's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
I tell you what, that defensive line just collapsed around him, and he got nothing. And so it's a good start here for the Bobcats.
Make it 4th and short 7, or we'll call it 6 now. And they'll punt it away from deep in their own territory. Good snap, and he's going to fake it. Over to the far side. Not much there, and he is met and stopped.
Yes.
Bowling Green snuffs it out. 42 in on the tackle, Clay Lazier.
Yes, and we talked about that before. He had an eye on it for him. The fake really didn't psych him out too terribly much. He followed him across that line, was able to meet him before he got to that first down marker.
So Bowling Green gets the turnover on downs. The defense stands, and the Bobcat offense starts just shy of the 30-yard line, and now we're going to have the ball reset. Is that what we're –
I don't know. Kerry looks like he's trying to do air push-ups out there. I don't know.
He's the official in the white hat there in the backfield.
I told him, I sent him a text early and told him I'd be mouthing him all game long, so he knows to expect it.
1st and 10 for the Bobcat offense. Palmyra jumped, but we're able to reset as they continue to work the play clock.
Charlie Bowen makes the shift behind to the other side and obviously gets the ball right away.
And they go up the middle with it on a nice run and a gain of about 7 on 1st down.
You know, that was a big difference between the two. I mean, he saw a nice hole that was opened up over on that far side by the offensive line, and he as I mentioned before, he tucked it, held it, and just bulldogged his way through.
So a little practice there at the hard count from Dylan Dalton. And then the nice run.
And this time Bowling Green jumped off sides.
So now instead of 2nd and 6, it's going to be 2nd and almost 10.
Yeah, that second slap of the hands by Dalton caught his offensive line off and did a quick raise up and right back down, but got caught.
Repeat, 2nd down. 2nd and 10.
So 2nd and a long 9 for Bowling Green. And another handoff to Bowen. Fights through one tackle and falls forward. Not as much as he got the first time.
Well, you know, Palmyra is going to adjust. They're going to look for Charlie Bowen. They know it from last year that Charlie Bowen was, you know, a beast back there, and they're going to look for it this year. I mentioned before I'd like to see him go in the air, and I hope we see that sooner than later from the Bobcats because, you know, they're going to have to get that established in there at some point in time.
Now quickly off the bench is Cooper Keel, and he'll take a spot as wide receiver on the far side. More of a slot receiver, actually, for this 3rd down play. Rolling out is Dalton. Makes a nice move. He's near 1st down yardage across the 20 before he's finally brought down. It's going to be very close.
Very close. I think he's going to be a tad bit short, but I tell you what, definitely in a position to where after that run, you could almost leave it in his hand again or put it back in Charlie Bowen's and hopefully pull that 1st down.
And now they're going to give the
they're
first down.
They're going to give it. Look at him. I see.
They remeasured from the far side. Didn't even bring out the chains.
Yeah, shout out to the chain gang over there, working hard on the first home game for the Bobcats. So
a fresh set inside the 20 for Bowling Green. It goes back to Charlie Bowen, and he is caught low on the legs and brought down after a minimal gain, just a couple of inches.
Tell you what, on that last possession, Mark, I was really impressed with the way that Dalton looked at the defensive line there and the way they were moving. He was able to dance around a little bit to give himself a little bit of extra space and was picking up those extra yardage. It looks like Cooper Keel back into the game now.
Charlie Bowen takes a play off, and actually I think they are going to have him maybe get a bandage before he can return into the ball game. He's getting retaped. So it's 2nd and a long 9, 8.5 to go here in the opening quarter from Bowling Green. Week 2 action against Palmyra.
Again, I want to remind you tonight's action is brought to you by A Taste of Philly, Pow Pow Cattle Farms, Craig Bowen CPA, Liggins Florence, and Bowling Green Ready Mix along with Kearns Construction.
Now they'll start the play clock. Bowling Green breaks the huddle inside the 20-yard line of the Panthers. Trying to strike early here. They give it to Keel, and he's met and brought back immediately. It's going to be a loss of a yard, yard and a half.
I want to tell you what, Mark, we have such a good fan crowd tonight that the Palmyra group is having to come over here to the home side because there's no room left on their side across the way.
There is additional areas for lawn chairs that were opened up for today's ball game. It doesn't look like, there's actually a little
there's a few
row of them.
We saw them. So I got to tell you what, nice. I think everybody was ready for high school sports to get started. We know we were.
Those fans are in perfect position to see a 20-yard touchdown pass here. As rolling out, moving around, a man breaks a tackle. Oh, he's got room now.
Dalton again.
That's Dalton, and he's stopped, though, near the original line of scrimmage.
Tell you what, he escaped a couple tackles early on and was able to roll out and come back to the near side. But Palmyra was adjusted and just met him there, and I believe we're headed for fourth down.
Second fourth down of this possession.
You know, to be honest with you, based on the way the Bobcats held the Panthers in the last defensive possession for the Bobcats, I would tell them to go for it.
Definitely. At this point on the field, you're going for it. You're too far for a field goal, too close for a punt. Try and get that first down. On fourth down, everybody spread out. Here comes the pressure. He steps through it to the near side, caught from behind, and it's a turnover on downs. So both teams' first possession and on turnovers on downs, and Palmyra will get it back about where they gave it up, near that 20-yard line.
So really, even though we've played each team with a possession, we haven't moved really on the field.
No, not since the opening kickoff, and we're under 7 minutes to play here in the opening quarter. No score, defensive struggle. And we have an official's timeout on the field. We'll take one, too. 0-0 here in the first. Bowling Green and Palmyra on Eagle 102.
When you support a locally owned pharmacy, you're contributing to the growth of the community. The dollars you spend stay right here to support our local communities. HealthMart pharmacies are locally owned pharmacies. There's one right here. HealthMart pharmacists have a personal commitment to their community because, just like you, they support their community. HealthMart pharmacies are locally owned and hometown proud.
Louisiana is a HealthMart town. Family Drugs HealthMart Pharmacy. The right people, the right price, right downtown. HealthMart, caring for you and about you.
Area high school sports on Eagle 102 is brought to you by Community State Bank of Missouri, Family Drug, and Pike County Health Department, Home Health and Hospice.
We're getting birthday shout-outs here in the in the booth.
Jack's Chin, that'll be Coach Chin's son, a big 7 years old. We had him on the Eagle 102 birthday board today, and I think his wish that I saw, I think maybe from his mom's post, is that the Bobcats beat the Panthers.
That'd be a good birthday present and would be Dad's first win as head coach.
It would. So Bowling Green back on the field, waiting for Palmyra to get in their position.
Lennon Bauer and the offense back out there for the second time. Had some success with the run game. I bet they come out passing to start this possession.
I would say you're probably right. We
haven't seen it yet. Try and surprise Bowling Green.
Well, now he can run, too. Keep that in mind.
Now they go back to the ground. Quarterback tried to get away, and he's sacked.
Big sack in there. Looks like
Gunnar Bryant was in on it, yeah.
So Gunnar Bryant was one that Coach Chin talked about. He looks for some big things out of, I think he's a sophomore or junior. I get them confused. There's two of them.
Gunnar is a sophomore.
Yep.
So 2nd and 15 for the Panthers. Probably need to get that blocking back out there that they were talking about in the pregame, and not much there. Gain of maybe 6 inches.
You know, again, the defense last year for Bowling Green was, it improved each and every week, and it looks like that they are picking up right where they left off.
I think the offense just has to give them a little more of a break. They get tired as the game goes on. If they're out there, the offense has to pick up first downs, run some clock, and give them a break, and not much there on third down. That'll bring up another fourth. Ross Arch that time running the ball for Palmyra, and the Panthers will be forced to punt. They tried the fake punt the first time for a run. Were stopped short.
Oh,
and this time they will kick.
We're going to move down the field.
Fair catch called for and made just shy of the 50-yard line.
And that was a pretty good move there.
Is that Keel on the?
Cooper Keel with the reception.
Number 16, Cooper Keel, receiving that punt for the Bobcats.
So Bowling Green will start over on the Palmyra 48-yard line. So another good stop for the defense.
In the first quarter.
And orange numbers on a white jersey, much easier to see
a little better than the Wright City numbers.
And they're outlined too in black. So Wright City was pale yellow on white, and that just wasn't happening in week 1. Ball goes to the ground, picked back up, and clobbered immediately is the quarterback, Dalton.
Bad snap there for the Bobcats.
2 Palmyra Panthers there, and that was broken from the start.
Bobcats will recover, hopefully, and march down the field and pick up some of that yardage back quickly.
Loss of 5 on the play. It'll be 2nd and 15. Bowling Green back on their own side of the 50-yard line. On 2nd down, the give is up the middle, and Charlie Bowen is met at the 50 and drug back.
He was really just met by a pack of Panthers, honestly. I mean, they were all ready for him right there at that line. So
a gain of maybe 3-4 inches on the play brings up 3rd down and long for the Bobcats with 4:35 to play in the first quarter.
it is a beautiful night out tonight. Hopefully you're out enjoying area high school sports. If not, remember, you just always take us along.
Yeah,
but
exactly.
It is a beautiful night for it.
Lots of receivers out here on 3rd and almost 15. Rolling out is Dalton. Puts the ball in the air, and it is
a little too
incomplete.
tall for Starks. And I tell you what, Charlie Bowen picked up a nice block there to give Dalton a couple extra seconds for that throw, but it was just too tall.
Yeah, I think he had to throw it a little taller because of the coverage. There were 4 men in the vicinity for the Panthers. And it's probably best that one sailed out over the receiver.
Yeah.
So a punt coming for the Bobcats. And movement. I think Palmyra left early. We'll see if they were drawn off.
Nope. Yes, I'm sorry. Yes, they were drawn by the Bobcats.
So a little bit of movement on the Bowling Green side first. And the punt will have to be a little bit better as the return man set up at the 25-yard line for Palmyra on 4th and almost 20.
I have to tell you, Mark, I'm enjoying watching a new coach to the Bobcats this year, Mark St.
And it's
Clair.
blocked. Blocked and nothing but Panthers there. He picks it up. He's down. He slid on the ball. And great field position all the way down to the 17-yard line for Palmyra. That's where they'll take over 1st and 10, as there was 5, maybe 6 Panthers that broke that line and were right in the face of the punter for Bowling Green before he kicked the ball.
And what I was saying before that was new to Bowling Green, Mark St. Clair, who coached for Hannibal for many years down there. And boy, he's ripping off his head still and yelling. It's kind of fun to watch him because you know it has to be hard being an assistant and not a head coach.
Oh, yeah. And a timeout taken by the Bobcats with 4:06 to play here in the first quarter. Bowling Green in a little bit of trouble after a blocked punt. Palmyra set up inside the 20 on Eagle 102.
Hi, I'm Tito, Director of Physical Therapy. I'm Eric Davis. I work in physiotherapy, and I choose Pike County Memorial Hospital. I choose Pike County Memorial Hospital.
I'm Kylie Mills, the CEO of Pike County Memorial Hospital. You've heard it from your friends, family, and even neighbors. They choose to work at Pike County Memorial Hospital. Choose a hospital where you're more than just a patient. You're a friend, family member, and neighbor. Quality care from quality people. Pike County Memorial Hospital.
High school sports on KJFM is brought to you by Pike County Mutual Insurance, Brown's Processing, and Bank of Louisiana.
4:06 to play here in the opening quarter. Palmyra blocked punt, and now will take over at the 17-yard line of the Bobcats.
And I tell you what, the defensive line for Palmyra, man, they either saw it coming or found the right holes because, like you said, they collapsed around that.
Yeah, it was all orange.
It was.
And hung out to dry was the punter for the Bobcats, and now the defense is really going to have to put up a number. They've been good at the other end of the field. Now they have to be good on their own end of the field.
See if they can hold them like they have been. They could really use that right here. And I tell you what, I don't know if we're going to see Lindenbauer again. You know, he kept it last time, and I think we could look to scramble again.
First time we're looking at Lindenbauer from behind and movement before the snap. And we'll see. It's going to be against Palmyra.
Back it on up.
First and 15 for the Panthers.
From about the 18-yard line.
That'll move them outside the 20 to about the 21, 22. And here's Lindenbauer rolling out to the far side. He's in trouble, trying to get around the corner. He puts the ball in the air and throws it out of bounds.
I think maybe some of the Bowling Green faithful were looking for possibly a holding call. They didn't get it. It was incomplete, so they're still going to have that 15 yards to go.
Second and 15 for the Palmyra Panthers.
Second and 15 from the 22-yard line.
And the Bobcats have been chasing Lindenbauer around the backfield all game so far. This time it's a handoff to number 41, Wade Begley, and he busts through for a couple of yards, maybe 6.
Gunnar Bryant got his hands wrapped around him to begin with to bring it down, and he kind of tied him up and allowed the rest of the defense to come in and bring him on down.
They give him 5, so it's 3rd and 10 from the original line of scrimmage for the Panthers. The 17-yard line of the Bobcats. Lindenbauer in the eye, hands off again, and against Begley, and there's nothing there. Stopped after a 2-yard gain. It'll be 4th and 8, and I believe Palmyra will go for it with this field position.
So Hayden Finley got the initial hit and then finished off by Tristan Charlton, again, to bring him up to the 4th down.
Louisiana in action against Montgomery County at home tonight. Home opener and senior night for the Bulldogs. Lindenbauer to throw. Puts it across the middle and unable to connect with the outstretched receiver. Good coverage that time from the far sideline. That was Charlie Bowen on the coverage, wasn't it?
No, it's not Charlie, but I can't read how far across that is it?
It's 33. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So the numbers just look blurry to me in my old age.
Yeah. I was seriously looking for the binoculars after last week's performance.
I was looking at the arm tape that was on there, and I hadn't seen that one on Charlie. So.
Well, he did get a new tape job after coming out of the game earlier. So Bowling Green takes over 1st and 10 from inside their own 15. On first down, they put a man in motion, fake the handoff on the swing route, and
you know, I'm not sure, based on how this is going so far, that Charlie Bowen's jersey is going to make it through the season.
No, he's getting pulled around. The shoulder pad popped out that time. Gain of 1, maybe a half a yard. And we'll still call it 2nd and 10. From inside the 15. Dalton puts a man in motion again. It's a pitch out this time. And a pass, a halfback pass, and it's caught on the near sideline, near the 40-yard line.
And I believe that was Cooper Keel that came in, but there's a flag on the play.
Michael Starks with the reception, and that is in the area of holding the offensive backfield. No, it's roughing the quarterback. So Bowling Green will tack on more yards at the end of this one, get near midfield. That was a well-executed, well-drawn-up play on the halfback pass.
And I tell you what, I hope to see a lot more of taking advantage of your dual quarterbacks on the field like that throughout the season. that's going to cause a lot of headaches for defenses.
With the penalty all the way into Palmyra territory in the 48-yard line. So that's a costly penalty for roughing the passer. Bowling Green has completely flipped field position now. And will hand off to Bowen. He's met at the line and dropped for a 2-yard loss. 1-yard loss.
You know, the offensive line is going to have to open those gaps for Charlie. They did great on that first possession that they had, but and again, I understand completely what they're going through. You know, I guess from the mom part of it, listening to it last year, and the Palmyra's tough, but if they're going to continue that run game, the offensive line is going to have to open some gaps for Charlie to work through.
And maybe a little misdirection like they had to start this drive with the motion man getting the handoff. They'll go up the middle again to Bowen. And he's stopped after a 2-yard gain. It'll be 3rd and 9.
You know, he'll get the forward motion on that, and they did. They did exactly what we were just talking about. They just opened that up, and he was able to gap a couple yards on that. But now the Bobcats are going to have to figure out how to get those final 7 yards. 9 yards, sorry.
Yeah, 20 on the play clock. 52 seconds remaining in the first quarter here from Bowling Green High School. Week 2 action against Palmyra. After opening last week with a long road trip to Oak Grove.
You know, we're going to talk about that a little bit at halftime.
Bowling Green had to send another man out at the last second. Now we'll take a timeout with 34 seconds to go in the quarter. 0-0. Bowling Green facing a big 3rd and 9 when we come back on Eagle 102.
Bundle at Pike County Mutual Insurance and save. Pike County Mutual offers home auto discounts simply by placing your auto insurance through one of several auto companies that Pike County Farmers Mutual represent, and your home with Pike County Mutual. Ask about the great rates on your personal vehicle, farm truck, big or small, or even your motorcycle and side-by-side. Stop by and see myself, Floyd Buchanan, Buddy Bibb, or Kathy Gam as your hometown insurance company since 1895. Come home, insure with Pike County Mutual Insurance on the square in Bowling Green. You'll be glad you did.
Eagle 102 Sports on KJFM is brought to you by People's Bank and Trust, County Market in Louisiana, and Bowling Green Insurance.
Bowling Green facing a 3rd and 9 with 34 seconds to go in the first quarter. Mark Froelich, Marianne Eberhardt here at Bowling Green High School, Week 2 action.
Remember, we've got kind of a double header for you as we've got more football action for you tomorrow evening as we'll be at Mark Twain High School as the Tigers host the Clopton-Ellsbury Indian Hawks. Again, Mark pregame 6:30, kickoff 7 o'clock. You can hear it all right here on 102.1.
Watch or listen, KJFMradio.com. Even on Alexa.
And you could, again, don't forget you can download the KJFM Radio app.
Yep.
And follow that as well.
Rolling out is Dalton, and nothing there. And Bowling Green will have to punt. They lose 3 yards back to midfield. And I bet they let the final 20 seconds roll off.
Brings up a 4th and 12.
Or will they try and get the punt off before the end of the quarter? Down to 10 seconds. They're going to let it roll off, and we played one here from Bowling Green High School. No score between the Bobcats and the Palmyra Panthers here in Week 2 on Eagle 102.
The Mercantile Bank of Louisiana is introducing MERC mobile banking with remote deposit capture. Any customer with online banking can now access your Mercantile Bank account from any device, including your smartphone and tablet, everywhere you go, with the ability to take a picture of your check and deposit it into your Mercantile Bank account. You'll never have to worry about getting to the bank. Find more information by visiting mercdk.com. The Mercantile Bank, where they've been serving the Louisiana area for more than 100 years, located on the corner of 3rd and Georgia Streets in downtown Louisiana. Member FDIC.
Ingram Plumbing has always been known for its outstanding plumbing service. But did you know that Ingram's is also the largest retail plumbing supply store in the area? We carry Delta faucets, a complete line of Whirlpool tubs and showers, jacuzzi pumps, and many other specialty items. At Ingram Plumbing, we're ready to meet all your plumbing needs. I should know. I'm Bonnie Ingram, and I've worked there for over 50 years. Stop by Ingram Plumbing today, Highway 61, Bowling Green.
Area High School Sports on Eagle 102 is brought to you by Cellular and Satellite Center, the Mercantile Bank in Bowling Green traffic.
Well, no score, but actually a pretty exciting first quarter of action. Really good defense for both of these teams, and a couple of huge stops for the Bowling Green Bobcats as Palmyra was charging toward the end zone, and the Bobcats put a stop to that after a block punt really set up Palmyra late there in the first quarter.
There's a lot of good positives from both sides of the ball to take from that first quarter. Let's see if they make some adjustments here in the second.
Second quarter will start with the Bowling Green punt on 4th and 12 from midfield. Ball punted from about the 41-yard line and taken at about the 20 by Palmyra.
And
there's a block in the back. Lots of flags coming out.
That's right.
Palmyra taken down.
You know, we always joked, if you're going to do that, don't do it right in front of the ref, because that's exactly what that young man did.
Zane Myers sprung for about 12 yards, but it's going to be moved back on that block in the back.
Oh, and I think a third one just dropped.
Well, let's see where they end up. Lots of discussion.
There is. There's actually 3 flags. Two of them were thrown immediately for the block in the back, and we'll see where if the third one comes into play or not. While we're waiting for the decision, I want to remind you tonight's Game of the Week coverage is brought to you by Pike County Title Company, Meyer Implement, Lynn's Heritage House, Orff Construction, and Hayden's Motorsport Center.
They're just going to call a hold, or a block in the back. Yeah, that's what it was. They'll take it all the way. Yeah, the one flag, 3 different guys saw it, I guess.
Again, if you're going to do it, don't do it in the wide open.
Yeah. That'll take it back to the 16-yard line, so about the spot of the foul. And now
what are we doing here?
They had the flags. The
didn't,
chain gang went the wrong way.
They're just getting warmed up, too.
Yeah, it's week 1 for them.
It's week 1 for them.
So 1st and 10 for Lenenbauer and the Panther offense. And they're going to go to the ground. Quarterback keeps it, rolls out to the far side. He's got room, bounces off a tackle, and it falls forward near the first down marker. I think he's got enough. He gained about 11.
He didn't look like, I can't tell if that was Clay Lazier that came in. And got the final stop. And he's sneaky. He hides the ball really well.
Mm-hmm. Well, he's a senior. He's got experience, a few years under his belt as the starter for the Panthers, and they'll run. Nope, quarterback keeps it. He's brought down this time.
And that was Hayden Finley.
Grabbed him up on the shoulder pad. Was careful not to get the back of that collar. He got the side, the shoulder pad, and spun him down for a loss.
Yeah, Hayden Finley, a big senior. He's had some great defensive plays over the last couple of years. Comes off that end really quickly and has had a lot of success there. So I'd like to see him picking up where he left off.
The strength in the fingers of these defensive players, because he didn't have much of him, was able to grasp on and spin him down rather easily. Here comes the near side. Nothing opened up. He just kept behind his lead blocker until there wasn't any more room. And that's a quick 3 and out after the
Owen Niemeyer came in, helped finish off that tackle. And I think that I'm pretty sure that Hayden, again, had gotten in there a little bit on the initial hit and finished him. Like I said, Owen Niemeyer came in and finished him off. And I tell you what, good look for that outside run.
This is actually 3rd down. I said it was quick. It was too quick. It was only 2 downs. So they'll drop back to try and throw this time. Pressure coming. Good blocking on the near side. Now they're going to have to chase, and brought down, almost a horse collar on that one. Very close. He let him go.
And to be honest with you, Gunnar Bryant and number 17, I'll find him here in just a second, Harrison Hunt. The two of them probably is lucky that they got him out of bounds.
Yeah.
Because if he'd had much more room, he'd have been out.
Good wherewithal, though, to let go. He realized where he was, let go, and Lenenbauer took himself out of bounds after that initial contact. So now a punt for the Panthers. Return man standing at the 40-yard line. Comes to the near side. He's going to throw to the near side, and it is caught. It's caught. Was it inbounds or out of bounds? It was inbounds, and Palmyra converts the fake punt this time. They're 1 for 2
in that scenario. Abe Harris, 6'5", and he was going against some kids that he was at least head and shoulder taller than. So he had some vertical there. He was able to get over top of them, and they're just going to have to watch that on the fourth down. They're not going to just punt.
You know what you do in that situation? It's not a spot foul in high school. Interfere with that receiver.
Yes.
Take his legs out before he catches the ball, and it still would have been 4th and about 4. Setting up to throw again is Lindenbauer. Now he puts the ball away, beats his man through the line, and still on his feet to the far sideline before he's run out of bounds inside the 15.
You know, Harrison Hunt had broken through the line and was on his way there. He just, at that time, Lindenbauer saw him out of his, peripheral vision and had already cut to the far side of the field and they couldn't catch him. And, that's something Bowling Green's had to work on for the last couple of years defensively is their angles. And, unfortunately, to get to that angle, it was going to allow Lindenbauer to have that first down.
That's a big play following a gimmick play. Bowling Green thought the defense thought they were off the field, have to come back out. And Palmyra takes advantage of maybe a little bit of a letdown in the Bowling Green ranks. Running on first down. Contact at the line. He falls forward for a gain of about 3 down to the 15.
The two teams are kind of sort of mimicking each other when it comes to that run up the gut. Neither team is getting very far with that. So, again, there's some positives to take away. Just some miscues there for those big plays are what's hurting right at the moment.
Man in the backfield now is Ross Arch for the Panthers.
If I remember correctly, I believe Ross Arch is a wrestling champion for the Palmyra Panthers too. So he definitely has some leg strength that's going to help him power through.
There's movement before the play. And this one's going to be brought back. It's going to be 2nd and about 11, maybe 12, after the penalties enforced on Palmyra. Had a nice view. 2 or 3 Panthers moved on that line. Now they're going to spread Arch out.
Trips right over here.
Makes me think he's going to run to the right.
I think we're looking at a quarterback keeper here, Mark.
Got that blocking back in there for the Panthers. Now they put a man in motion. They come on the sweep to the near side, and he gets around the corner. Bowling Green wanted a hold, not going to get it, and he's inside the 10. Actually inside the 5, it looks like, to the 4.
Cooper Keel got the tackle for the Bobcats to save the touchdown, but boy, it's close.
Actually, they'll move him outside the 5 to the 6. Cooper Keel did get the stop. We're down to 8:14 to go. Someone is emphatic about a hold call.
I could probably guess who it is.
They'll remain nameless for now.
Yeah, never mind. We'll leave them nameless for now.
On 1st and goal, the give is to Arch, and he is, looks like short.
Short.
Yeah.
Panthers thought that he got there, but the ref says, nope, you're about a yard short. Or actually, not even a full yard. You're probably about a half yard.
Inside 8 minutes here in the second quarter, Charlie Bowen prevented the touchdown on that play, but now that defense is really going to have to tighten up the interior. On 2nd and goal, from inside the 1, Palmyra trying to take the lead here in the second quarter. Lindenbauer going to take it himself, and he's met at the line, and he's in. Touchdown, a 1-yard run by the quarterback, Lindenbauer, and it's 6-0 here in the second quarter for Palmyra.
I think I see a few Clopton Ellsbury Indian Hawks walk in for some scouting since they have the night out. Or night off, I guess I should say. So I think may come up do a little bit of scouting.
Never hurts, right?
That's right.
They'll try and kick the extra point. We saw 1 2-point conversion attempt in week 1, and is there whistles beforehand? No. They're going to say it's good, and it's a 7-0 Palmyra Panther lead here in the second quarter from Bowling Green High School. Week 2 action on Eagle 102.
Here's one question that has no wrong answer. Are you going to choose the new Shell and Fuel Rewards card to be used at Shell stations, or the Shell and Fuel Rewards MasterCard that can be used everywhere MasterCard is accepted? With both, you save 10 cents per gallon, up to 20 gallons every time you fill up. And you also earn 10% rebates on your first $1,200 in non-fuel purchases per year at Shell stations. See? You can't go wrong with either. Visit www.shell.us/getrewards and apply today. At participating Shell stations only. Terms and conditions apply.
Seven nothing after one here from, actually we're almost mid-second here from Bowling Green High School. Mark Froelich, Marianne Eberhardt.
And some other games around the area. It looks like Clark County is leading Macon in the second quarter as well. It's up 7-0. Looking for an update here if we can get one for you from Louisiana and the Louisiana-Montgomery County matchup. We'll pass that along. Plus, we'll try and have some scores for you during the Eagle 102 halftime report. Actually, just got one 15 seconds ago. Bulldogs lead Montgomery County 7-0. 3:13 to go in the first. Mason Washington had a 10-yard quarterback keeper for the touchdown.
Hannibal leads Jeff City 7-0. Does Hannibal actually have a kid named Aeneas Williams?
I think so.
Spelling's different, but he has the touchdown. So the kickoff after the 1-yard touchdown run by Lenenbauer. And Bowling Green fans want the Bobcats to hit somebody.
I'm surprised we haven't heard stay in your lane, too.
Yeah.
Flat
Ball
kick.
bounces off a hand, picked up with speed behind him. He's still on his feet, out across the 35 near the 40. That's a good return.
Cooper Keel.
And he comes up.
Kind of limping here.
Yeah.
We don't want to see.
That's Cooper Keel, yeah.
Bobcats don't want to see him bouncing out, and I think he's going to get looked at real quick. And I tell you what, he even hops quickly off the field.
Yep.
Looks like he got his foot twisted up there in the tackle. Pike County Memorial Hospital's athletic trainer, Riley. And just like that, Riley's last name escaped me after talking so much about him. He's down there tending to him. Yep.
He's in good hands.
He is in good hands. And Riley will send me a text later and be like, what do you mean you forgot my last name?
Flag comes out. There's a hold on the play after a gain of 1 on first down. So this is going to be a long first down after they march off the penalty.
Riley Watkins. I knew I remember it.
Charlie Bowen running the ball for the Bobcats. Brought down by number 84, Adam Goodwin.
Want to remind you, Eagle 102 Sports Game of the Week coverage tonight brought to you by Taste of Philly, Pow Pow Cattle Farms, Liggins Flooring, Craig Bowen CPA, and Bowling Green Ready Mix, along with Kearns Construction. Thanks to all of our sponsors for area high school sports. We're all happy we get to have him.
Just judging by the facial expressions from Cooper down there, I don't know. I think he's going to be back in this ball game.
I think they're going to tape him up. They're cutting the tape off of his ankle now. They're going to tape him back up. He'll be fine.
So, first and, well, they must have waved off the penalty because it's 2nd and 10, and Metten dropped at the line of scrimmage. Is Dylan Dalton.
Yeah, he had the keeper there, and tell you what, he went to try and go up there, but Palmyra wasn't fooled, and they met him right there at the line, well, or close to the line of scrimmage.
3rd and 10. Hayden Finley comes out of the ball game. As Bowling Green will need to go to the air here on 3rd down and long. Bowling Green breaks the huddle with 8 seconds left on the play clock. 6:15 to go in the game.
Down to 4, 3. Need a snap. We're going to have a delay of game.
Yep. Clock hits zeros. And a timeout instead taken by Coach Chin and the Bobcats. 6:09 to play here in the second quarter. 7-0 Palmyra on Eagle 102.
Farmer, the crew at Mike's Tire and Service Center is here to serve you. They know the hours you put in, definitely not the typical 8 to 5, which makes it difficult to get that equipment into service. Therefore, they offer on-the-farm tire repair. Call Mike's Tire and Service Center, and they'll be happy to work with you to get you back to operation as usual. Hi, folks. My name is Cody Kirkendall, Mike's Tire and Service Center, located on Business Highway 61 in Bowling Green. Mike's Tire and Service Center proudly supports all area farmers.
High school sports on KJFM is brought to you by Vicky Cadwallader, Real Estate and Perkins Electrical Service.
After one quarter in 8-man football, North Shelby leads Northwest Hughesville, 14-0.
And I tell you what, that 8-man football.
It's exciting.
It is exciting. I hear, because I have not actually seen one, I hear their games are a little long. But other than that,
they're high scoring.
They are high scoring, and thought that we had heard that maybe some other area schools were going to toy with the idea of looking at 8-man football. So I wouldn't be surprised if some of the smaller ones don't look to it in the future, because it's becoming more and more popular.
After the timeout, it's 3rd and 10 for Bowling Green from their own 38-yard line. So the good return by Keel. That actually knocked him out of the ball game, at least for right now.
Yeah, they're still working on him on the sidelines. Looks like he's getting ready to get taped back up again.
Going to need something here on 3rd down. They come to the near side, almost a lateral. Met and hit at the 45. It's going to bring up 4th and about 4.
I can't tell. Is it 26? 28? I can't read the names.
Yeah, it was 26. Owen Niemeyer on the reception.
Go. And see, he's throwing me off because I'm pretty sure he was 88 last year, so I keep looking for that as well. Actually, things aren't looking so hot for Cooper Keel. Looks like they're sending to get some ice.
Well, hopefully that
just get some swelling down, get taped up right after halftime, maybe.
Maybe.
At the end of one quarter, Monroe City is leading Winfield 22-0.
And the punt team on. They go to the far side, no block this time. Kicks it back across the field to the near side. And it's going to be down at about the 10-yard line. Good kick, no return. And Palmyra will take over with 5:11 to play, leading by 7. Starting to get late in this first half. This game's moved right along. I like these defensive games.
Yeah, we'll take it. And it's been a good game.
Yeah.
Again,
pretty clean.
It has been a pretty clean game. Both teams that we've seen some great things from. For week 2, sometimes the week 2 is almost as sloppy as week 1, but they look like they've pretty well got it under control. And tell you what, I'm just excited for high school sports.
Yes, yeah, that's 2 of us here. On 1st and 10, the Panthers back on offense, leading by 7. Lindenbauer, hands off. No, he doesn't. He keeps it. And lost the ball. He pump faked, and the ball goes to the ground. I think Bowling Green's got it.
They're signaling Bowling Green's got it.
It is the rule of Bobcat football.
A big fumble recovery by the Bobcats, and they're going to get the ball back at about the 10-yard line, just outside the 10, just about the 12.5-yard line is where they'll take over with 5:02 to play. A chance now to tie this ball game up or take the lead with a 2-point conversion.
I see Clay Lazier getting lots of slaps, so I'm going to assume that was him that got that recovery, even though I couldn't see the bottom of the pile.
Lindenbauer tried to pump fake, and the ball rolled right off his hand as he started to go up. Couldn't push that hand forward, make it look like an incomplete pass.
So was it the Tom Brady rule?
No
Okay.
Tom Brady here. They give it to Charlie Bowen again on 1st down. He gets across the line of scrimmage for a gain of about 1, maybe 2. They'll give him 1.
He really stretched out. He tried to stretch out to gain that extra yard. It just didn't work well for him.
4:45 to play in the first half. Here from Bowling Green High School. Again, more football tomorrow on KJFM. We'll be at Mark Twain as the Tigers open their season against 0-1 Clopton-Ellsbury. Countdown to kickoff starts the coverage at 6:30. On 2nd down, fake the pitch out and falls in for a gain of another 1 yard, so it's going to bring up 3rd and 8. Dylan Dalton on the carry. Yep, they took away that yard, said he was already down before he went falling forward.
Guess they're just not going to let us have this forward progress tonight.
Nope. Not in the cards tonight. 7-0 Palmyra. We're under 4 minutes. 16 on the play clock. Play was a little late coming in, but they'll break the huddle and get to the line with 11 ticks remaining on the play clock. 3rd and 9 from inside the 20. And again, that middle's just clogged up, and they'll push Charlie Bowen back.
That offensive line is going to have a little discussion and maybe a review of what they need to do differently in the second half.
No gain on the play again, and it's 4th and 9. So Bowling Green needs something big here.
4th and 9.
Late substitution for Palmyra. I think they had too many on the field, actually. Down to 13 on the play clock. Receivers broke the huddle. The interior stayed there a little bit longer. Said, hey, guys, can I get a block? Here he goes to the air on 4th down, going for the corner in the end zone, and it is intercepted, or was he out of bounds? They say intercepted, and it'll be a touchback. So they went for it there on 4th down. That was an all-or-nothing play, and turns out to be a touchback and giving the Palmyra Panthers the ball back at the 20-yard line. 2:50 to play here in the second quarter. Bobcats yet to dent that end zone, that goal line, and still, like you said, only 2 offensive touchdowns in the last 5 meetings at least.
Yeah,
against these Panthers.
Yeah, I tell you what, we've had some really close games with Palmyra. We've had some really not close games with Palmyra, and this is still a good one. And there's so much football left. I'll be anxious to see the adjustments that are made in the locker room in half.
2:50 to play. Palmyra takes over at the 20. Stack backfield for Palmyra, and it's handoff to their feature back, number 41, Wade Begley. And there's not much there for him. Maybe lost a yard on the play.
I was distracted as Clay Lazier was tangled up with one of the offensive linemen. I say offensive lineman. I don't really look and see what his official title is. Oh, they don't have him on here. They were kind of tangled up over to the far side. Mm-hmm. They weren't directly in the play area.
May have been an end.
May have been.
So they go to the other side this time.
Try it again, and again, Bowling Green meets them.
They got the yard back plus a couple of more. So it's going to bring up 3rd and about 7. Gain of 4 on the play for Begley. And we're down to 2.5 minutes to play in the first half.
7 for Palmyra.
Don't forget, we have the Cellular and Satellite Center halftime report coming your way. We'll try and recap some area scores. If you just joined us a few moments ago, Louisiana was leading Montgomery County by the score of 7-0.
On 3rd down and 7, back to throw is Lindenbauer. Rolls out, steps through traffic. Now he's off on the run, and he is brought down right at the marker. I think he's going to have enough. It's going to be close. And I think it is a first down.
I was going to say, based on where they're standing on this side, the closest side to us, it looked like it was going to be a first down. They finally signaled it, and the chain's moving.
So Lindenbauer, with 1:56 to play, gets it out across the 30 to the 31. And a fresh set for Lindenbauer and the Panthers. They're going to throw here on first down. He's in trouble, and he's brought down.
And that's Gunnar Bryant with a sack again.
That's his second sack tonight, solo sack for the Bobcats. And this one lost more than 10 yards. It's going to be 2nd and about 22 for Panthers. Minute 34, and they take a timeout. 7-0 Palmyra leads. Bowling Green starting to back them up with a big sack on Eagle 102.
It's a great time to buy or sell a home. I'm Vicki Cadwalder, and I take pride in offering skills that make the process go smoothly from beginning to end. Even after closing, I enjoy staying in touch and being there to help you if you have any other needs or questions. During the process, I'll work closely with your lender and other professionals to make it as effortless as possible. I'm here with you every step of the way, so when you're ready to buy or sell, call me and we'll create a personalized plan just for you. Vicki Cadwalder Real Estate, loving our small town life.
Area High School Sports on Eagle 102 is brought to you by State Farm Insurance, Sidney Blaylock, Young Enterprises Incorporated, and Pike County Memorial Hospital.
Well, the youngster for Bowling Green, number 24, Gunnar Bryant, just a sophomore, has made an impact on this game on the defensive side of the ball. 2 sacks of Lindenbauer, Brody Lindenbauer, and they have a big 2nd and 20, I'd say 21-22 coming up for the Panthers with just a minute 34. They were starting to march.
Yes, they were.
I thought when they got the ball back with, about 2.5 to play, that maybe they had a chance if they could break one, but they're going the wrong direction thanks to that Bowling Green defense.
I tell you what, and we talked about before, we've got Harrison Hunt and Hayden Finley on the ends here for the defensive line. And they're quick. They're long. They got long reaches. They're quick, and as you mentioned before, they're strong. All they have to do is get a fingertip on the player, and they're going to bring him down. And I tell you what, that's worked well so far. And you got Gunnar Bryant coming in and getting the sacks. You got Clay Lazier.
Watch Abe Hare here on the far side, or on near side. They instead go to the far side. I thought they were going to set that up for the big man to get another reception. Instead, they go to the far side and get all the yardage they lost back, plus about 6.
Well, I tell you what, Bowling Green, it's something that I know from watching the last several years, or as far as the tackling goes, they like to tackle high occasionally. You've got to go low and got to hit those legs, because he got probably, another 3 yards once Bobcats jumped on his back.
Minute 23 to play. For some reason, the clock stopped. Oh, there was a penalty on the play for a face mask against the defense.
Oh, and all of a sudden, we're coming across the half.
The 50, yeah. All the way to the Bobcat 47-yard line with a minute 23 to go. And now, fresh set of downs, minute 20. It's a possibility they can run a couple of plays to try and extend their 7-point lead. Bowling Green needs a big defensive play again. Back to throw. Here comes the pressure. He doesn't see it, and he's sacked.
Gunnar Bryant again.
Gunnar came in from the blind side and just knocked Lindenbauer for a loss.
I tell you what, that boy.
He has routinely beat his man off the end. And the Panthers will take another timeout with a minute 6 to go. Loss of about 8 on the play. Back with more after this. 7-0 Palmyra on Eagle 102.
This is Kyle Sugar, Assistant Vice President at Community State Bank of Missouri. We offer a variety of loans to meet your needs. Whether you're looking for a conventional loan or an HELOC or an FHA, VA, or USDA loan, give us a call. We have some of the best rates around. Community State Bank of Missouri, your hometown community bank since 1887. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
High school sports on KJFM is brought to you by Abel's Quick Shop, Mike's Tire and Service Center in All Park.
Minute 6 to play here in the second quarter from Bowling Green High School. The Bobcats looking for a stop, trying to get to the locker room down just 7, or maybe a pick 6 to go in time.
Yeah, that would be awesome.
Continue that trend of defensive touchdowns in this series.
Yeah, we're all for it. Doesn't matter how you get a touchdown. It's just get a touchdown.
Yeah.
That's what it's about, being a team sport.
Pick 6 would be nice here late in the first half.
I know I could watch Gunnar Bryant get those sacks all night long.
Uh-huh. On second and about 17. He's looking to throw again.
Jacob
again
Bowen's
in trouble.
Him down.
He throws it out of bounds.
And we've got another flag on the field.
That looks like it's going to be a hold.
And it should be. I gotta keep flipping
against the Panthers, it is a hold.
It looks like Weston King is the one that may be guilty of that, as he was holding Jacob Bowen as Jacob was trying to get to Lindenbauer as he rolled out.
Panthers going the wrong way here in the final minute. They burned a couple of timeouts trying to extend this drive, but each time Bowling Green has been able to catch their defensive wind and make a big play.
And wow, that was a big penalty.
10 yards from the spot of the foul.
They really rolled that back. Whew.
Well, let's see. The first down marker is at the Bobcat 37-yard line. And they're going to snap this ball from the Palmyra 32.
Yeah.
And now the side referees coming in to maybe talk about the spot of this second down play.
You know, we expected no less than a great game from Palmyra. We've talked about it time and time again as Bowling Green matching up against Palmyra. Palmyra graduated some really great talent last year as well. But their quarterback, Lindenbauer, he is just – that he's got to be going somewhere to play at the next level. He has to be. And I tell you what, if you have Arch Ross, who's, the wrestling champion, coming in and has some things there. So, I mean, they've got some great pieces here that are help making this an outstanding football game. Great Friday Night Lights matchup.
On second and 42, they come to the near side. It's caught and brought down. you don't have to do much. You're kind of in just prevent right now.
You were, and I tell you what, Clay Lazier came in and tackled from, got the legs from the back and brought him down, and we're down to 40 seconds to go in the half.
They'll go hurry up. Third down from their own 49. It's third and about 14 now. They got a lot back on that one. Dropping back to throw. Here he comes again. Gunner got him by the ankles, and the defense joins him and brings him down.
They finished him off. Gunnar Bryant got a hold of those ankles, and the rest of the Bobcat defense came in, finished off Lindbauer, and we're down to 13. Well, we're down to 10 seconds to go in the half.
They're going to try and snap off this fourth down play with 5 seconds.
No.
They're not going to get it.
They're not going to get it.
And Lindbauer starts to walk off the field with his Palmyra Panthers up 7-0. Great defensive effort by Bowling Green to end the first half, and they've got to be pretty confident going to the locker room as we start the halftime show here on KJFM.
Eagle 102 halftime report is coming up, sponsored by Cellular and Satellite Center.
Cellular and Satellite Center is the only stop you need to make when it comes to satellite providers, offering DirecTV and Dish Network along with antenna installs. Wait, there's more. They also offer several options for internet service with Viasat, HughesNet, and AT&T. Hold on, there's still more. They can also do security system installations, have TVs in stock, mounts, and cables. Now, special message from Matthew Niemeyer himself.
If you call an 800 number and they say we will be the local installer, they are wrong.
Contact Matthew at Cellular and Satellite Center in Bowling Green, your local authorized dealer.
Sunburns, bug bites, poison ivy, it only means one thing. It's summertime. From SPF to calamine lotion, Good Neighbor Pharmacy has got you covered. Stop in and let us take care of you. For fast, friendly service and affordable prices every day, visit your local Good Neighbor Pharmacy. Bowling Green Pharmacy located right on the square at 8 North Court in Bowling Green. Or Family Drug, 301 Georgia Street in Louisiana.
Need a little good news in your life? Well, here's the deal. State Farm has new, lower car insurance rates in Missouri, so you can now get the service and convenience of State Farm agent Cindy Blaylock at an even better price. That's right, State Farm can help you save more cash and get the good neighbor service you deserve. It's the real deal for car insurance. I'm State Farm agent Cindy Blaylock, and I'm ready to help you save. Call me today at 573-754-5575. Or visit us in Louisiana, just a block up from the river. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Hear all the action from the Eagle 102 broadcast booth, sponsored by Family Drug in Louisiana. It's now time for the Eagle 102 halftime report, sponsored by Cellular and Satellite Center.
2 corners in the books, just one score on the board. Lindbauer 1-yard touchdown there in the second quarter, and it's a 7-0 Palmyra lead over Bowling Green after 2 quarters of play as the band comes out to play the hits of Michael Jackson here at halftime. Pretty entertaining first 2 quarters of football.
Well, I have to admit, Mark, I think everybody will agree at this point, Gunnar Bryant is probably one of the main reasons why Bowling Green is still in this game as close as they are.
And 2 solo sacks. We'll give him a half sack on that last one. He was the first one there, and kind of held the ankles of Lindbauer at bay until the rest of the Bowling Green defense could come and stop that play. But he has been impressive. If you name the primetime player or the player of the game after 2 quarters, in my opinion, it would be Gunners for sure for Bowling Green.
Well, and I tell you what, we talked about, Palmyra having some luck. We'll call it luck here in this football game. In the first quarter, they got the big block punt against Bowling Green. That put them in a pretty good field position. But then Bowling Green defense stepped back up again, and then continuing in that first quarter, we had Dylan Dalton had a why is it leaving me? He didn't pass it. He handed it off to Cooper Keel. Cooper Keel went long, hit Michael Starks. And that was the big
pass.
Yes, that was the big play in the first quarter. But, other than that, it's just really been a defensive battle here on this field tonight.
Yeah, and Bowling Green needs to figure out how to put 2 or 3 offensive plays together. Palmyra has been able to strike and then strike again. Yes. When they are able to bust something like the fake punt for the long pass. They fouled that up with the long run. That sets up the touchdown. Bowling Green just hasn't been able to withstand something like that or able to put together a couple of plays like that.
You know, and as we're talking about that, we're talking about this Brody Lindenbauer, who is a senior. You know, he's had this. Bowling Green is working basically with a sophomore quarterback now in Dylan Dalton. He got a little bit of varsity time last year, but not a lot. So for him to step up and play, you know, the way he is here in this football game is spectacular. Now we'll wait and see if Cooper Keel will be back out in the second half. Unfortunately, he had a nice return for the Bobcats in the second quarter, got tangled up, came hobbling off. They were looking at his ankle, put some ice on it, and we'll see if that maybe got some things down to where they can wrap it and get him back out there. But if not, you know, that was something we were talking about. We're hoping to see more of the Keel, Dalton switching positions, you know, trying to fake them out, but that could cause Bowling Green to have to change their offense a little bit.
And you said limping. That was the fastest hop I've ever seen by Cooper Keel. I'm willing to bet. You know, I'm at my advanced age. I'll be 42 this month. I'm still fairly fast, but in a race with Cooper Keel
one-legged
hopping,
race.
I bet I only beat him by about 15 steps.
But basically, yes, that was probably the fastest hop coming off there. And I tell you what, heads up for him, though. Talk about that football knowledge. You know, he got off there quickly, so it didn't cost his team anything. They didn't have to take a timeout for injury. They didn't have to delay game. He got off there quickly, went straight to the bench. And as we mentioned, as Pike County Memorial Hospital's Riley Watkins came in and assessed it pretty quickly. So, you know, they're going to have some things they're going to adjust in the locker room, but I think overall we're going to look at another great second half of football here from Bowling Green High School.
We'll take a break here on the halftime show. Come back with more. We'll look around the area as well. 7-0 Palmyra leads Bowling Green after 2 here in Week 2 on Eagle 102.
Cellular and Satellite Center is the only stop you need to make when it comes to satellite providers, offering DirecTV and Dish Network along with antenna installs. Wait, there's more. They also offer several options for internet service with Viasat, HughesNet, and AT&T. Hold on, there's still more. They can also do security system installations, have TVs in stock, mounts, and cables. Now, special message from Matthew Niemeyer himself.
If you call an 800 number and they say we will be the local installer, they are wrong.
Contact Matthew at Cellular and Satellite Center in Bowling Green, your local authorized dealer.
A Taste of Philly in Bowling Green is inspired by a native Philadelphia and on a mission to bring Philadelphia cuisine to the Midwest. From the classic cheesesteak to calamari, linguine with mussels, crab cake, scrapple, soft pretzels, cannoli, and the Philadelphia favorite, water ice. A Taste of Philly will have you believing that you stepped out of your front door right into the city of brotherly love. Open 7 days a week, including for lunch. They also offer a 15% game night discount to any of our area student athletes in uniform. A Taste of Philly, 1521 Business Highway 54 West in Bowling Green.
Orth Construction in Bowling Green has been Pike County's residential and commercial water and sewer excavator contractor for over 54 years. Orth Construction is family-owned and operated and state-approved as septic installers in Pike, Lincoln, Walls, Drain, Warren, and St. Charles counties. Orth Construction can also handle your directional boring needs. Contact Les today for your free estimate. 573-324-3552 weekdays. Orth Construction, Highway 161, just outside Bowling Green.
Bowling Green Ready Mix and Kearns Construction, your high-quality 1-2 punch to knock out tough building projects. Bowling Green Ready Mix for all your concrete and concrete supplies, and the only plant locally owned and operated, and Kearns Construction for new homes, remodeling jobs, repair work, you name it, and Ed will tackle it. Just call 573-324-3433 and let the friendly, knowledgeable staff at Bowling Green Ready Mix and Kearns Construction Company go to work for you.
Eagle 102 Sports on KJFM is brought to you by Ingram Plumbing, Bowling Green Pharmacy, and Mid-America Auto and Towing.
Nice job by the band here at halftime at Bowling Green High School. The Bobcats trail the Palmyra Panthers 7-0 after 2 quarters.
Was it me or did I hear some of the crowd singing along?
To Michael Jackson,
yeah.
To Billie Jean.
I think I heard somebody singing along.
Probably, more likely than not. But a nice job and good work by the band who've only had how many days to prepare their routine?
That's right.
A couple of weeks here so far, so it'll only get better here at Bowling Green High School as the season goes along.
Let's give you some scoring recaps. First of all, in softball, a final pass along to you. Winfield tonight defeated Silex by the score of 7-6. Just moments ago, it looks like Montgomery County got on the scoreboard as they are facing Louisiana at Louisiana, but Louisiana still has the lead 7-6, 7:17 to go in this first half still, so lots of football. They're a little bit behind us, but it's senior night for them tonight, so I think they recognize seniors before the game. Other scores, it looks like Monroe City is handling Winfield. Right now they are leading 30-0. That's Monroe City leading Winfield. And oh my, all of a sudden my screen went funky here. So let's see if I can bring up the rest of these scores again. Clark County is leading Macon 13-6 in the second quarter. And it looks like we're still scoreless between North Callaway and South Callaway. Those two are matching up tonight.
The Callaway County battle going on there. Who's the home team in that one? Could you
South
tell?
Callaway, I believe.
South Callaway.
Yeah, I think I
team.
saw a picture of the scoreboards where it still said 0-0. So,
end of the second, the Cubs lead the Cardinals 2-0. Wilson Contreras, a 2-run single, scoring Bryant Rizzo to put the Cubbies ahead of the Redbirds. First of 5 games between those two teams this weekend. Is that at Busch or at Wrigley?
I believe it's at Wrigley, according to what I have.
Well, if it would be the bottom of the second, so yeah. Unless this was one of those crazy 7-inning doubleheaders, which we're doing tomorrow, which the second one, the road team, is actually the home team. And it's a crazy 2020 COVID baseball.
They don't seem to understand that I confuse very easily, and they're not helping me.
Well, this is easy. 7-0 Palmyra. A 1-yard touchdown run by Brody Lenenbauer is the difference. Bowling Green has had their opportunities in this ball game, but in fact, we're deep. Their first possession started after a fake punt backfired for Palmyra. They were inside the 20 at the 18 and could not get in the end zone. Were stopped by the Panthers. Had good field position again later in the game after a fumble by Lenenbauer. Couldn't capitalize on that either, throwing a pick in the end zone on a 4th down and long play. So Bowling Green has had their chances. They just need to find a way to dent that goal line, get in that end zone, and get in on the board here in week number 2.
And really the big key here, and Mark, I think in the second half is going to be the adjustment that the offensive line makes for the Bobcats. If they can open some of those gaps, Charlie Bowen had a great start running up through the gut, and Palmyra read that pretty well, and they've kind of shut that down. So if they can figure out a way to get the ball into Charlie's hands and across that goal line, we're going to see a much different second half.
Yeah, he's a good north and south runner. When he gets those shoulder pads square, it's hard to stop him, but he's trying to find his way across the line with already 2-3 guys in the backfield grabbing at his ankles. You don't get a chance to use that power as much, and that's where the offensive line needs to tighten up a little bit and open some holes.
Hold their blocks.
4:12 to go. Actually, about 7 minutes to go before we kick off the second half. 4 minutes, and then the 3-minute stretching period. It's Palmyra 7, the Bobcats nothing. More here at halftime after this on Eagle 102.
Lynn's Heritage House in Louisiana offers affordable, home-like senior living, enabling your loved one the independence that they want and the services that they need. Staffed 24 hours a day with low resident-to-staff ratio, rest assured Lynn's Heritage House provides peace of mind for you and those you love. So if you or someone you know is ready for a retirement home or needs care from a hospital stay or surgery, call Lynn's Heritage House to set up a tour and visit soon. Phone 754-4020 or visit 800 Kelly Lane in Louisiana. Cellular and Satellite Center is the only stop you need to make when it comes to satellite providers, offering DirecTV and Dish Network along with antenna installs. Wait, there's more. They also offer several options for internet service with Viasat, HughesNet, and AT&T. Hold on, there's still more. They can also do security system installations, have TVs in stock, mounts, and cables. Now, special message from Matthew Niemeyer himself.
If you call an 800 number and they say we will be the local installer, they are wrong.
Contact Matthew at Cellular and Satellite Center in Bowling Green, your local authorized dealer.
Let nothing stand between you and the tree stand with this great offer on a fast, durable Kubota Sidekick, featuring a gas-powered engine that delivers a top speed of 40 miles per hour, best-in-class acceleration and handling of cargo, and a 2-year, 1,000-hour warranty. Get the Sidekick now for 0 down, 0% APR for 60 months, or save $2,700 now through October 31st. See us or go to KubotaUSA.com for full disclaimer.
Visit Meyer Implement Company or go Kubota.com.
Ligon Flooring in Bowling Green offers Dreamweaver stain-proof carpet, new waterproof plank flooring, plus Novus hardwood and Tutex vinyl. Ligon Flooring at 705 Business Highway 61 in Bowling Green. Big enough to get the job done, small enough to care.
Area High School Sports on Eagle 102 is brought to you by Community State Bank of Missouri, Family Drug, and Pike County Health Department, Home Health and Hospice.
Montgomery County 7-6.
7-0 Palmyra here as we get ready to start the third quarter of action. Teams still in the locker rooms, which I thought they weren't supposed to be like in the locker room.
That's what I was going to say. I think, do we have any social distancing going on in there?
Last week they just all hung out on the field and at Clopton High School for the Clopton-Ellsbury home opener. But we're about 4 minutes away from starting the second half. Do we have anything new on the old ticker?
I don't have anything on the ticker right now, but I do want to remind folks that, each night we update the Eagle 102 scoreboard. So you can always find a full recap of scores by going to the scoreboard page. We try to get them up there as quickly as we receive them from some coaches. And sometimes some coaches take a little while to get them into us. But, again, we appreciate all their help. We update those on a regular basis. Next week, it sounds like if Mother Nature will hold off on the rain, we're going to have another busy week. I think basically, Mark, we can say it's safe to assume that we're trying to get in as many games we possibly can here this sports season, not knowing how long it's going to last. But next week's going to depend on Mother Nature. But we should have some more great area high school sports coming your way. Just stay tuned to Eagle 102. If you haven't picked up the latest edition of the Eagle 102 Patriot, it hit newsstands earlier this week. There's some contests, some games that are going on through there. We've already had a couple of winners, and there's a special one that takes place every Thursday during the Eagle 102 lunch break. So pick up your copy of the Eagle 102 Patriot, all the high traffic locations when and wherever you can. Some highlights from the fair. There's some trivia type things in there. There's some things you might not know, and a great dedication or a great story about dedicated service from Paulette Powson for 50 years of service at Pike County Memorial Hospital. So
how about that?
Yeah, so great things going on there, and stay tuned to Eagle 102, and we'll keep you updated on your chance to win like Don Smith, our first winner of the Eagle 102 prize vault.
And congratulations to Dawn. That was Monday that we announced the winner of that one?
Yes. In fact, she got it in just hours before the vault reset.
Oh, boy.
So she got it in. The vault was getting ready to reset, but nope, she got those numbers in. She won $1,000 in cash and prizes. And you could, too, here in September, just be listening to Eagle 102 for more. And, again, you can listen to us a number of ways.
Yeah, I just pulled up the Eagle 102 app. It's available for both Android and iOS devices. So get that from your app store as soon as possible. You can listen live, read area news, and a whole lot more there on the Eagle 102 app. And you can listen to KJFM radio by asking Alexa.
Well, and I was just going to say, somebody just texted us and said we sound really good on Alexa. I don't know how to take that. That doesn't mean we don't sound good anywhere else.
You sound great everywhere, Marianne.
Oh, thanks, Mark. I think it's just I think it's my company. So
7-0 our score. Palmyra leads Bowling Green. We'll be back with the second half here in week 2 when we come back on KJFM.
Pow Cattle Farms is Mid-Missouri's farm and rural fencing solution. But did you know that they can also solve your road grading problems, custom hay, and skid loader work? Don't let the work pile up. Call Matt Stone and let Pow Cattle Farms help you with your fencing, custom hay, road grading, and skid loader work today.
I'm Matt Stone, and at Pow Cattle Farms, we have the perfect solution for your fencing problems. Whether you need a whole new fence or just some repairs, give me a call for a free estimate.
Give Matt a call, 573-590-1218, and be sure to like Pow Cattle Farms on Facebook.
Cellular and Satellite Center is the only stop you need to make when it comes to satellite providers, offering DirecTV and Dish Network along with antenna installs. Wait, there's more. They also offer several options for internet service with Viasat, HughesNet, and AT&T. Hold on, there's still more. They can also do security system installations, have TVs in stock, mounts, and cables. Now, special message from Matthew Niemeyer himself.
If you call an 800 number and they say we will be the local installer, they are wrong.
Contact Matthew at Sailor and Satellite Center in Bowling Green, your local authorized dealer.
At Craig Bowen CPA, they guide their clients through a full range of tax planning and preparation decisions with strategies that minimize your tax liabilities, maximize your cash flow, and keep you on track to your financial goals. Craig Bowen CPA in Bowling Green encourages everyone to support their favorite high school sports team this season. Now more than ever, let your team know they have your full support. Craig Bowen CPA on the Swift in Bowling Green.
High school sports on KJFM is brought to you by Pike County Mutual Insurance, Browns Processing, and Bank of Louisiana.
Getting treated to the vocal stylings of Carrie Bibb here in the broadcast booth tonight.
Us.
Yeah, the singing the hits of Jerry Reed over there.
Hey, the good news is Cooper Keel came back on the field, both shoes on. That's positive.
Yeah, not
and
limping.
Not limping. I'm not going to say that, his dad, Brandon Keel, who, is out there at Mike's Tire and Service Center, went and got some of their special lubricant to help out. No.
Some Fix-A-Flat, maybe.
Fix-A-Flat. That's what I'm looking for. Yeah. So just throwing that out there.
It'll be Palmyra and Ashton Hankins kicking off to Bowling Green to start the second half of this ball game. So Keel's back, and the Bobcats coming off a big defensive stand to end the first half. And here we go with the opening kick, and he's through the first layer of the defense all the way out to the 37-yard line, make it the 38, and a nice return to start the second half for Bowling Green.
And I was trying to, again.
That was 22.
Adam Engel with it.
He's a junior wide receiver, defensive back, and special teams ace as he delivers a nice return for Bowling Green across the 35-yard line.
Want to remind you tonight, area high school sports on Eagle 102 brought to you by Bowling Green Ready Mix and Kearns Construction, Liggins Flooring, Craig Bowen CPA, Pow Pow Cattle Farms, and A Taste of Philly.
7-0 Palmyra. Bowling Green the first crack at the end zone here in the second half. They break the huddle, get to the line with 7 on the play clock. Switch up the blocking. Now they come to the near side. He throws on the run, and it's incomplete.
Michael Starks was the intended receiver.
Overthrew him by about 5 yards
and
on the play.
It's probably okay because 2 defenders were right there on Starks, and he was probably going to get smashed.
Well, we read the starting lineups, and 98% of the Palmyra defense were listed as defensive backs.
That's true.
They've no Bowling Green receiver has been in single coverage tonight.
No. They sure haven't, and I tell you what, Palmyra, you just can't really give them enough, credit for the legacy that their program has.
And have you seen the pictures of the new turf field and scoreboard?
I have.
Unbelievable. Tripped up as he gets across the line, but a nice gain on second down. They're going to give him, looks like about 4.
Dylan Dalton on the quarterback keeper. But you know what? Bowling Green took one of their coaches, so that's all I really care about from Palmyra.
There you go.
I believe Jared Runyon. I believe that's who came to the right side. That's what we're going to call it, the right side.
Bowling Green's kind of got a history of taking Palmyra coaches.
We enjoy it.
To the near side. They actually get a pass completed on the slant and pick up a couple more yards. It's going to be a very manageable fourth down from the 45-yard line. I think they should go for it here.
I agree with you. Owen Niemeyer grabbed that well, and he was moving up through there. Good.
They're going to punt.
Good look. Are they? Are they really?
They are.
We're not going to be like Palmyra and possibly –
I think they're going to punt.
Yeah, okay.
You're on 4th and 2. From the 45, their own 45. They're looking for the block again. He gets it off. Short punt. Bounces at the 40 across the 35 and downed at about the 32-yard line. That's where Palmyra will take over 1st and 10, their first possession of the second half with a 7-point lead.
You know, it just dawned on me as I'm watching this game that Bowling Green lost their punter last year, too, in Deontay Fleming. Deontay Fleming, of course, you know, he had some really good kicks last year.
What we were talking about, you know, all the coaches Bowling Green is taken from Palmyra.
Yeah, but we're you know, not to knock them by any means, but, you know, it looks like we're kind of becoming a Mark Twain gang here, too, with Austin Leak and Jared Runyon, Terry Monroe, you know, the little Mark Twain gang down there. I wonder if Coach Chin feels outnumbered coming from Monroe City.
Handoff on first down. He's into the secondary and gets all the way to the 45-yard line, make it the 46. A nice run on first down for their feature back, number 41, Wade Begley. He's begging for the ball here.
Well, I'll tell you what, that's probably one of the first times, Mark, we've seen that our defensive line didn't collapse on that run up the gut.
Yeah, he was able to spring through a hole and get a nice gain for a first down near midfield. He's got it again. Comes to the near side. Good stiff arm. Gets about 5 and falls forward for about 7. Back-to-back good runs by Begley. And into Bobcat territory to the 48.
And, Mark, that's what we were talking about putting back, you know, what we wanted to see Bowling Green do, putting back-to-back plays like that together when they're on the offense. So Bowling Green needs a big stop here. They don't want that momentum to continue.
Knee touchdown after 6 yards on first down. And here's Begley again. He's got another first down as he was met at the marker and brought back. But nope, they're going to mark him a little bit shy.
Just short.
It looked like the ball crossed that line. So that'll bring up third down. Boy, it's right on the 45-yard line. The marker is just across that 45. So it's
they basically split the difference.
3rd and inches.
Quarterback keeper?
I don't know about in this position. They may go for something here. I think you're in 2-down territory. They want another sack here is what they want, but they give it off. No, he keeps it, and he's got the first down. Bounces off a tackle to the far side and runs out of bounds. Lundenbauer with a gain of 5 and a first down with 8:41 to go in the third quarter.
And he's quick. You know, we talked about it in the first half. And I'm going to talk about it again here in the second half. Those fake handoffs, he hides the ball so well and is able to tuck it in and then has that explosive speed that once he turns, he's gone.
And he has the ability to turn his shoulder pads one way and his hips the other.
Yes.
And really throw a defensive player for a loop one-on-one.
You know, as those defensive players are watching, you know, as you mentioned, the hips, you know, he's very misleading.
Trying to bust the line, they do, but he bounces off. Good job by Begley, and he's still on his feet as Bowling Green was coming with the thunder.
Michael Starks and Clay Lazier, I believe, helped him out of bounds.
And Begley bounces up, and he's psyched going to the far sideline from the middle of the Bowling Green bench. Another first down for the Panthers. And they're on the move with 8.5 to play here in the third.
Almost looks like a little bit different Panther team than we saw in the first half. So we talked about the adjustments that had to be made in the locker room, and Kevin Miles did that.
On first down, the quarterback, Lundenbauer, and they get him this time. The hands were up high, but I don't think he got into the face mask. And
no
he's
flags.
brought down for a loss of 1.
Yeah, no flags on the play, so.
As the clock runs down to 8:10 to play in the third. More football tomorrow on KJFM from Mark Twain. The Tigers and the Clopton-Ellsbury Indian Hawks. 6:30 countdown to kickoff on Eagle 102. Here they come again. And again he sneaks through as Bowling Green was bringing the heat into the backfield. Ross Arch, the wrestler, was able to turn his shoulder pad sideways and sneak through.
He got through the small hole that was still open.
7:37 to play, and they're inside the 20-yard line, just across the 20 for this 3rd and 3. They go back to Arch, and I think he's going to be close to the ball. Come out.
Well, they're talking about it.
It's very close to the first down marker. I think he does have it. It's a first for Palmyra to continue this drive.
And really on that play, Mark, he kind of did a little stutter step there where he held up for just a second to give his offensive line that little bit of time to open that gap for him.
7-0 Panthers. They're into the red zone now from the 15 of the Bobcats. Back to throw. Goes across the middle and incomplete. Good coverage coming across. Who was that this time for Bowling Green?
Is it Michael Starks? I think that is who was on the coverage for the Bobcats.
Yeah, it looked like going across with them was Dylan Dalton. He was there as well. I think one came in from one direction, one went the other.
That makes sense.
So 2nd and 10 from the 15. Handoff after a high snap. Here's Begley. Good move. And gets down inside or just outside the 10.
Dalton on the tackle for the Bobcats, knocking him out of bounds.
So 3rd and 4 make it 5. Gain of 5 on the play. 6.5 to play in the quarter. Lenenbauer with Arch beside him in the Panther backfield. Handoff is to Ross. And he's brought down immediately. That's a big 3rd down stop. It'll bring up 4th and one more.
Well, we know that the more than likely Palmyra is not going to punt.
No.
It doesn't matter what it is. Even if they were back on the 20-yard line on the other side, they're not going to punt. So Bobcats need a big defensive stand right here.
Arch checks out. Back into the ball game. Wade Begley for this 4th down and 5, almost 6 play for Palmyra. Just outside the 10-yard line. Bowling Green trying to get that ball back.
And I was going to say, I was sitting here trying to recollect, in the last 4 or 5 years, I don't know that I've ever seen a football team go for 3.
That one. The quarterback gets away, and he's into the end zone. Lenenbauer for an 11-yard run. His 2nd score of the night makes it 13-0 in favor of the Panthers. That's a nice run, and again, he had that shoulder shake and was able to get through. So facing 4th down and almost 7, the Panthers have extended their lead to 13 with the extra point yet to come. Good snap, good hold, and the kick is no good. Pushed it. So it remains 13-0 Palmyra here in the 3rd quarter. 5:29 remaining from Bowling Green High School on Eagle 102.
Visit us online at www.bola.cc for more information and to enroll for mobile banking. Bank of Louisiana, proud to be your hometown bank. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Eagle 102 Sports on KJFM is brought to you by People's Bank and Trust, County Market in Louisiana, and Bowling Green Insurance.
Lenenbauer with 2 scores. That's the only 2 scores in the ballgame. 13-0 Palmyra as we pass the halfway point of the 3rd quarter here from Bowling Green High School.
Hey, and didn't you say that Wright City brought in a football team from Kansas?
Kansas City, Kansas. Yeah, private school. What was it? I'd have to look again.
That's okay. Oh, right now they're leading going into the half 14-7. Also at the half, Monroe
Bishop
City,
Ward.
There you go. And then also at the half, Monroe City leads Winfield 38-6. So Wright City's leading their private school 14-7. We are 13-0 here in favor of Palmyra.
And Bowling Green, I think they need a good long possession here.
They do.
Something to get their confidence up and get them back in this ball game. 5:29 remaining in the 3rd quarter. Panthers to kick off from the 40-yard line. Deep man set up at the 5 for the Bobcats. And it's an onside attempt, and the up man gets it for Bowling Green.
The onside kick is recovered.
Looks like Hayden Finley's the one that covered it up.
Yep.
By number 3, Hayden Finley.
So Finley gets it in good position for the Bobcats
Take over
near midfield.
near the 50-yard line.
Definitely take that.
And that's just, if you're Bowling Green, that's kind of a little lack of respect there. Oh, you're going to give it to us at our own 49? You don't expect us to move the ball? They got to use that to their advantage now. So Bowling Green takes over near midfield, 5:28 to go in the third quarter, down 2 scores. Bobcats need a touchdown. They put a man in motion. Instead, they give it up the middle, and
yeah,
there's
and
just no
met.
room right now. Loss on the play. Bowen on the carry, lost 2.
Charlie Bowen's going to need some ibuprofen after tonight's game for sure.
Yeah,
possibly an ice bath.
may need a little oxygen after that one. He was tagged right in the chest by a couple of Panthers.
Yeah, he's tough. He got back out and is ready to go again. Again, we've talked about it before. If they're going to work that offensive line, these defensive Panthers are hard to hold, but the offensive line's got to find a way to hold them.
Fake the run this time, and it's caught. Oh, no, incomplete. He lost it when he hit the ground. The intended target was Hayden Finley, and, boy, he had it fingertip catch, pulled it in, and when he hit the ground, it popped out. He wasn't able to make that football move.
I can't imagine how wild the crowd in front of us would have gone had he had held on.
It was pretty wild, and he didn't hold on.
Yeah.
4:46 remaining. Clock stopped on the incompletion. Is going to bring up a 3rd and 12 for the Bobcats. Finley almost brought that in. Would have been close to a first. Fake that inside handoff, and it was a quick pass. Now rolling out is Dalton, and he's met at the 50. Went across. His forward progress is going to be to the Palmyra 48, but it's going to set up 4th down and long for the Bobcats. 4th and 8 with 4:28 to play.
And he was really trying to make something out of nothing there, and he gave it a great second effort, but turning it over on downs.
So the Bobcats forced to punt on their second possession of this second half, now down 13. You got to give credit to this Palmyra defense. They've made an adjustment and closed up that Charlie Bowen size hole. He gets the kick off. It's a high one. Ball bounces around, and it's down inside the 30. Make it a 27. That's where the Panthers will take over, 1st and 10 with 3:50 to play in the third quarter. Clock stopped on the change of possession.
So, Mark, here's what I think needs to happen. I think we need to have Gunnar Brandt come in again, hit Lindenbauer, ball pop out, Bobcat grab it, take it to the end zone. I think that would kind of change the dynamic a little bit. What do you think?
The only turnover in this ball game was when Lindenbauer had a pump fake roll off the back of his hand. So
yes,
I think a hit from any of the Bobcats could expedite that ball popping out again, or aid in it at least. 1st and 10 for the Panthers from their own 27-yard line. The give is to Begley. He tries to stretch out the field and unable to get away. It was Charlie Bowen there on the tackle.
Charlie went low, grabbed him down low around his waist, and just pulled him to the ground.
Down to 3:33 to go after the tackle by number 33, Bowen.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
They go right back to the line. Not allowing this Bobcat defense to rest too much in between plays. They're throwing, and it's off the hands of the intended target. That was number 11 for the Panthers, Zane Myers.
Tell you what, and the pass was right there. It just his fingertips couldn't quite pull it in.
Yeah, a little too hot to handle there
Bobcat defense, fans.
for Myers. Down to 20 seconds on the play clock and 3:11 to go on the game clock here in the third quarter. Palmyra facing a 3rd and 10. They put a man in motion to the far side. Back to throw is Lindenbauer. No pumps, puts it in the air, and it's caught by the motion man. That's number 83 for Palmyra, Peyton Timbrook, and I think he's got enough for a first.
Oh, he went out of bounds right past that first down marker.
Stops the clock with 3:03 to go and a fresh set for the visitors on the scoreboard, the Palmyra Panthers. They lead by 13.
With 3:03 to play in the third.
While Palmyra gets set, I want to remind you, Pike County Title Company, Meyer Implement, Lynn's Heritage House, Orff Construction, and Hayden's Motorsports Center, all sponsors of tonight's Game of the Week here on Eagle 102.
Here's Begley, another 10-yard run. He's still on his feet for 15, maybe 16 yards across the 50 to the Bobcat 44-yard line. Another solid run by the big back for the Panthers.
Back-to-back first downs, and Bobcats are going to have to find a way to shut that gentleman down.
1st and 10 into Bobcat territory again. Lindenbauer starting to roll with this offense. And now whistles and a timeout taken. Probably a good idea for Coach Chin and the Bobcat. They need a rest here after giving up back-to-back first downs. 13-0, Bowling Green trails Palmyra. 2:45 to go in the third on Eagle 102.
This is Tracy Brookshire, Marketing Coordinator and Public Information Officer with Pike County Health Department Home Health and Hospice here in Missouri. We are doing our best to keep our community informed as much as possible regarding how the COVID-19 pandemic is affecting our county. Visit our dedicated COVID-19 page on our website at pikecountyhealth.org for resources, latest news, updated case counts, and a contact form for questions and concerns specifically related to the virus. Visit our website to subscribe to our PCHD e-news and be the first to know about any updates and resources we have to offer in our communications. Stay safe out there, Pike County. Your health is our priority, and together we will get through this concerning time.
Area High School Sports on Eagle 102 is brought to you by Cellular and Satellite Center, the Mercantile Bank in Bowling Green Track.
Another birthday announcement. Number 5.
A couple of big runs by the Panthers. And they've got themselves set up in Bobcat territory at the 44-yard line, ahead 13-0, and they're trying to run a little clock here, close out this third quarter, up by a couple of scores, if not a few scores, if they can pound it in before the end of the quarter. They played a good road game, Palmyra has.
And let's, speaking of scores, bring you up to date. Louisiana and Montgomery County are at half. Right now, Montgomery County leads Louisiana 18-7.
That one at Cunningham Field, Louisiana. 1st and 10 for the Palmyra Panthers. And they go up the middle with Ross Arch, and he's got 10 yards or more. Still on his feet, got a little hump from behind for an extra 5. And that takes it all the way down to the just outside the 30-yard line of the Bobcats. They've got a couple of different looks. 2:36 remains when they set the ball. Third quarter from Bowling Green High School. Big crowd here on opening night. They'll do senior night next week.
Next Friday again as they host Montgomery County.
And a little pass and a pickoff. And who is it again? Number 24 maybe? Gunnar Bryant has added to his big night. 3 sacks and now an INT gives the ball back to the Bobcats with a 2:15 to go in the third quarter.
And that's what hopefully that's the spark that the Bobcats need to march this one down the field and get into that end zone.
With 2:15 to play in the third.
Well, they don't have any sparks on the roster anymore, so.
Ain't you a funny guy?
I am.
Gonna have to give that one a little bit more thought.
Yeah. They got Starks, not Sparks.
Oh, you're just full of the chuckles tonight.
Yeah, 13-0 Bowling Green. They need to take advantage. They are +2 in the. That one almost picked off after hitting the fingertips of the intended target. There on the coverage for Palmyra was Landon Smith.
And unfortunately, the receiver had already started looking downfield.
Was it? Was that Hayden Finley? Was that 3, the intended target?
No, it's Cooper Keel.
Okay.
Yep. Cooper saw the hole, and he was ready to hit it. Just went off his fingertips.
So 2nd and 10 for Bowling Green. Clock stops with 2:05 to go in the third. Bowling Green needs some chunks here. Almost a lateral to the near side. Good reverse of field, but not much room there.
No, and I tell you what, but it was nice to see Keel get that and able to move after having a little ankle tweak there in the first half.
Gain of about 2.5. It'll be a long 3rd and 7. Somebody having trouble with their hat out there.
Yeah. A hat just keeps flying around.
It was like, it'll go to the far side. Hopefully it doesn't fall off during this 3rd down play. 3rd and a long 7 for Bowling Green. Over to the far side, they go that way. And here's another halfback pass, and that's caught. One-on-one down the field. Will he get to the end zone? No.
No, but I tell you what, we talked about
side.
it in the first half. We wanted to see it in the second, and we got it. Another Dalton to Keel.
That ankle seems just fine.
And Keel gets the throw to, I believe it was Niemeyer, who was the receiver.
Owen Niemeyer on the reception all the way down inside the 20, all the way to the 15. That's where Bowling Green will start a new series with a minute to go in this 3rd quarter. Big gain. Keel to Niemeyer. Fakes the handoff. Now steps up in the pocket, and he's dropped. Nothing available there for Dylan Dalton. Loss of 5 on the play. Down to 40 seconds to go in the quarter. Boy, you've got to strike, and that goes back to what we've been talking about all night. You got to put 2 plays together.
Back to back.
Clock not stopping. 25 seconds left in the 3rd. 13-0. Down to 13 on the play clock. They get to the line. Down to 15 on the game clock in the quarter. They're going to try and run one more play here. Have to. Keeper up the middle. Oh, that's near first down yardage, I think, all the way down.
And the ball pops out.
It did it?
Ball pops out, and Palmyra is signaling that they've got it, but we'll see if they are calling the runner down.
Bowling Green has it. Bowling Green ball with 3 seconds to go in the 3rd quarter. And again, very close, about 5 yards shy, so gain of 11 on the play.
That was a nice run there by the QB, Dalton.
And that'll end the 3rd quarter from Bowling Green High School. Bobcats are threatening.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter.
Here after 3, 13-0. Palmyra leads the Bobcats on Eagle 102.
Bowling Green Insurance is here to serve all your insurance needs. Bowling Green Insurance offers companies to cover your farm, home, auto, and crop needs. Call Fred or Jackie today to get a customized quote that will fit you and your budget. Bowling Green Insurance is an independent insurance agency. That means they can offer several companies to fit you. Give Bowling Green Insurance a call today to get a quote. 573-324-5762 or 573-324-CROP.
Bowling Green Tractor wants to change the way you think about yard work with their Ego 56-volt ARC lithium battery-powered lawnmowers, weed eaters, blowers, trimmers, and chainsaws. At Bowling Green Tractor, you can walk in and see for yourself just how easy these products are to handle. So easy, anyone can use them. Once you try it, you'll just have to buy it. Stop by Bowling Green Tractor to see how easy yard work can be. Bowling Green Tractor, your home for Ego. Power beyond belief. Bringing you all the action from the Eagle 102 broadcast booth. Sponsored by Family Drug in Louisiana.
Heading to the 4th quarter, Bowling Green trailing 13-0, trying to get their first score of the night here to start the 4th. It'll be a 3rd and 7 from the 12-yard line.
And I tell you what, that great play there, as we mentioned before, we saw it in the first half. We just saw it here late in the third, that Dalton to Keel, and then Keel with the long pass. I tell you what, that's a great combination right there.
Definitely 4-down territory for Bowling Green, but they need to get some positive yardage here on 3rd and 7. Trying to draw them off. That didn't work. Now they put a man in a little shift there on the blocking scheme, but they try to go to the outside and they'll lose yardage. Try to change a pace and lose 2, and it's 4th and 9.
Yeah, they brought up that extra blocker for him, hoping to buy him a little extra time at Palmyra's defense. I mean, they're just monsters on that defensive line.
That extra blocker got pushed back and forced Charlie to go around instead of through. And he loses 2 on the play, down to 11:25 to go in regulation. Big 4th down play, 4th and 9 for the Bobcats. Looking for a score. They got 2 wide to the near side, 1 on the far side, and flags come out.
Delay of game is a
false start, actually.
Oh, is that what they end up calling?
There was a little bit of movement on the Bowling Green line.
Oh, they're probably going because it had hit that 1 second left there on the play clock.
So it'll be now 4th and almost 15. Got to put plays together, positive plays together. Bowling Green hasn't been able to seize the momentum the way Palmyra has offensively.
2 receivers out here on the near side.
Up the middle, and that one's incomplete and a turnover on downs.
There's a nice out there by the offense, and it was a nice pass by Dalton just in some traffic there and got broken up.
I don't think it had enough distance for the first down, though.
I don't think so, but
it was going to be close, but they needed 15 almost for the first, and that one would have topped out at like 10, 11 unless he was able to break a tackle. So turnover on downs gives it back to Palmyra, ahead 13-0.
And overall, Mark, this has been a great game. It's been a big defensive battle. You know, anybody that's followed the Bowling Green Palmyra games in years past knows that this low-scoring game is a good game.
Yeah. Quick moving affair. It's only 8:45.
We'll take it.
On first down, and you're going to see a lot of this for the rest of the night. That's did the ball come out?
And the ball came out.
Bowling Green jumping around, and it's Bowling Green ball.
Take that turnover.
A big fumble by Wade Begley gives it right back to the Bobcats. Now they've got to have that quick strike. They need to get in the end zone here in a play or two. Gives it back to the Bobcats right where they left off. 10:41 to play in regulation, down by 2 scores.
Looks like the credit for that fumble recovery is going to go to number 24,
Gunnar Bryant again falls on it. So an interception, a fumble recovery, and 3 sacks for the sophomore. Pump fake, and that one's thrown into the ground. And a flag comes out late.
I'm not sure if we're going to have if there's some jawing going on over there on the side, or we're going to have, roughing the passer.
I could overhear the coaches upstairs saying a Bowling Green player went flying after the whistle.
Oh, personal foul against Palmyra.
That gets them very close to the end zone.
And really,
a fresh set.
And right now, you have to score at this point.
It's a have to now.
Yeah, you have to score on this possession.
So we'll see if the Bobcats can capitalize here. If they put it in, it's a whole new ball game. If they're stopped, it could be lights out for the Bobcats here in week 2.
And why aren't we moving down the field? Is this going to be just an automatic? No, there we go. Now we're moving.
Yeah,
I was like, guys.
Yeah, you got to enforce the penalty you just called, and it's a big one. It would be, half the distance inside the 10-yard line now. Down to the 7, it looks like, 6 or 7 yard line. Pitch out to the near side, and busting through two men down to the 5-yard line is Charlie Bowen.
Now that was nice. I think that's kind of the first time we've seen that.
A little bit closer to that goal line.
That scheme. And I tell you what, that was a nice work there. Nice pitch there by the QB Dalton to Bowen, hitting him kind of in stride, and he just took it in. He may have needed one more step, and he would have been in the end zone just to get past that tackle.
Down to 10-10 to go in the fourth quarter. 2nd and goal from the 6. So minimal gain, but just showing them that they can do something a little different. Now the quarterback
keeper there.
Dylan keeps it himself.
Dylan's brought down. Dylan Dalton is brought down by 4 or 5 different.
To the 5, but it's 3rd and goal from the 5 now. So again, a short gain. And we're down to 9:43 to play. Still 13-0 Panthers.
You know, one of these times, and of course I am just simply speculating from a fan's perspective up here, I would like to see Dalton and Keel side by side behind the center.
Yeah, go almost a wildcat
almost
look.
Wildcat, yeah. Who are they going to snap it to?
Yeah. And instead, we'll have a timeout taken by the Bobcats with 9:21 to go in regulation. 13-0. Palmyra. Bowling Green has it 3rd and goal from the 5 when we come back on Eagle 102.
Is there time to renew, redo, or rebuild? People's Bank and Trust can help you make those home improvements without bringing a leak in your budget. I'm Christine Rutherford, and we have loans designed specifically for repairs and renovations, along with home equity lines of credit. Stop by your local People's Bank in Bowling Green, and let's talk about how People's Bank can help you. People's Bank and Trust online at www.pbtc.net, or give me a call at 573-324-2525. Member FDIC Equal Housing Lender, MLO number 421603, NMLS number 407724.
High school sports on KJFM is brought to you by Vicky Cadwallader, Real Estate and Perkins Electrical Service.
We're in the fourth for 3rd and 5 for the 3rd and goal from the 5 for the Bobcats with 9:21 to play in regulation. Officials getting together, waiting for Bowling Green to come back from the sideline. Palmyra already waiting. Now they'll get another man onto the field.
If you're just joining us, Montgomery County is leading Louisiana at the half by the score of 18-7.
See if we can get an update on that one.
Now they are behind us quite a bit.
Yeah.
They had senior night recognition tonight, so and as you mentioned, Mark, this is a very quick moving game. I can't tell you the last time that saw a game that could possibly end before 9:30.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
In theory,
especially because we're going to do this again tomorrow.
You and Chris Grody will have the call from Mark Twain High School again as the Clopton-Ellsbury Indian Hawks travel to Mark Twain. It is their first game of the season after they had to push some things around due to the wonderful COVID that people are facing. Again, Van Far, Mark Twain will be on Saturday next week on the 12th due to a referee shortage.
Yeah. All right. Big play here. 3rd and goal from the 5 for the Bobcats. Direct snap and flags come out. Someone moved on the Bowling Green side. False start, so it'll be 3rd and goal from the 10. $9:20 to play, 13-0 Palmyra, and it's the little things.
It is the little things, and we talked about this earlier. While Bowling Green has several experienced players, they graduated 15 last year. So believe it or not, they are a young squad. We talked about the quarterbacks when they have a junior and a sophomore, mainly the sophomore getting the snaps tonight. Several of the players have, varsity experience, but when you graduate 15 seniors, that tells you who played most of it.
Getting around the corner. Can he get it turned? No. And it's going to be 4th and goal. I think he got
maybe to the 4-yard line.
He got most of it back, yeah, and then a little bit more down to the 4. 4th and goal from the 4. Dylan Dalton on the carry.
Hayden Finley going into the game.
And another timeout. This time Palmyra takes it before this big 4th and goal play. 9:13 to play in the 4th, 13-0. Palmyra leads Bowling Green on Eagle 102.
When you support a locally owned pharmacy, you're contributing to the growth of the community. The dollars you spend stay right here to support our local communities. HealthMart pharmacies are locally owned pharmacies. This one right here. HealthMart pharmacists have a personal commitment to their communities because just like you, they support their communities.
HealthMart pharmacies are locally owned and hometown proud.
Louisiana is a Health Mart town. Finley Woods Health Mart Pharmacy. The right people, the right price, right downtown. Health Mart, caring for you and about you.
Area High School Sports on Eagle 102 is brought to you by State Farm Insurance, Sidney Blaylock, Young Enterprises Incorporated, and Pike County Memorial Hospital.
4th and goal from the 4 for the Bobcats.
Another quick scoring update. Looks like South Callaway has gotten on the scoreboard. In the fourth quarter, they lead North Callaway 14-0. Monroe City is still dominated Winfield at 38-6, and it's Clark County over Macon in the third at 21-6.
This could be the ball game here. Bobcats need to punch it in. Pitch out, and he's stopped.
Just short.
The pitch out was to Bowen, and he couldn't get around that corner. Gained 1, maybe 2 on the play, but a couple of yards short of the goal line. And the turnover on downs gives it back to the Panthers with 9:06. And if they can take care of the ball, they can run this game out, starting from inside their own 5.
As we talked about, Mark, it is the little things, the false start. A couple of the things where, again, I, for one, am not one to blame, or try to point anything out.
No.
It's just one of those things where the offensive line has to hold.
Yeah.
You've got to hold your blocks. And really, even when Charlie or whoever that is trying to cut to that outside, going to have to force those defensive linemen to the inside to give them the room.
Here's Begley. He's holding on so far, brought down from behind, but a nice gain of about 12 yards. And a first down for the Panthers. That'll move the chains with 8:58 remaining.
And I tell you what, if you're a fan of the Bobcats, this is a very good start.
It's really, they've played a good game.
You're going to see nothing but improvement each and every week.
And Palmyra is a power.
They are. And to hold them at this point to 13 points is pretty good.
Here comes the defense. Knocked a man from behind. Good blocking by the by Arch.
We all appreciate the linemen from the Bobcats coming in and pancaking the offensive linemen for Palmyra. And it wasn't a small one. It was a good hit.
Still gained 7 on the play. And we're down to 8:35 as the clock stopped. He went out of bounds.
You talked about before, really, Palmyra just has to run here. That's all they have to do. Don't put it in the air. Just run, and you're going to eat up 90% of this clock. And
Arch in the backfield. Now they put a man in motion. They'll go to that man on the swing to the far side. He's got first down yardage. He's got to stay in bounds. He went out of bounds.
Yeah, somebody forgot to tell them that they have to stay in bounds.
8:25 to go. The clock stops. They'll move the chains. Bowling Green had a long road trip last week to Oak Grove after their game against Van Far was canceled. This week, equally tough opponent at home in their home opener, and there's a big stop.
There was a big stop as they tried to punch it up the gut. And I told you before, and I forgot to talk about that Oak Grove game. If you missed us talking about before, Oak Grove was so thankful that Bowling Green came over. They provided food to the kids for the way home.
Nice.
Heard that parents from Oak Grove stopped parents from Bowling Green and thanked them for coming over so that they could play week 1. So, it's one of those things that at least everybody's appreciative. It's one of those times everyone is appreciative when sports are being played.
That was how did Coach Chance put it? A group text or something like that, or a group snap or something like that.
Group text looking for a week 1 opponent because Van Far had to cancel on Thursday, so they had no time to prepare. And Oak Grove says, "Oh, guess what? We just lost ours too. How about y'all come on over?" Everybody said, "Okay, we just want to play."
Yeah. Thank you.
Yes.
All right.
So. We enjoy pointing out, great sportsmanship when we get the opportunity. And I tell you what, that was pretty classy of Oak Grove to do the things they did.
Everyone wants to get their games in.
Everybody wants to play.
There's a
nice stop from up
tackle at the line. That'll bring up 4th and 3. And at this point, Palmyra, you punt, right? Clock's moving.
Well, they haven't yet, so why would they start now?
down to 7-12. I think they've gone fake punt, fake punt. I think this should be the punt.
It should.
Number 11, Zane Myers, back to punt.
Nope, he faked it.
Yep, long.
Uh-oh, he's in trouble, though. Bounces off one man and hit hard at the 45-yard line, right at the line of scrimmage. So Bowling Green gets it back. I think that's a big mistake by Palmyra.
You know, I agree with you, Mark. I mean, but then again, running it twice up the middle there where Bowling Green, especially after Bowling Green stopped them the first time.
Yeah.
You know, you've had such success giving it to Begley and him, you know, bouncing out to the, you know, to the outside. Not sure why they went away from that, knowing that they're controlling the clock with the run game.
Yeah, I don't know why they've been working the sidelines, really, here in crunch time. And an official's timeout taken with 6:53 to go. Bowling Green down 2 scores. 13-0 Palmyra leads on Eagle 102.
Your one-stop shop for all your automotive needs is still Mid-America Auto and Towing. They perform state inspections, run diagnostics, and specialize in brake repair. They do everything from preventative maintenance to engine repair and more. Mid-America will also guarantee the lowest prices on tires. Stop in, browse their pre-owned vehicles, and make sure to ask about their senior citizen and military discounts. Financing is available. To get a sneak peek of their inventory, visit MidAmericaAutoandTowing.com. Mid-America Auto and Towing, just off Highway 54 in Bowling Green. High school sports on KJFM is brought to you by Abel's Quick Shops, Mike's Tire and Service Center in All Park.
And a quick update from Louisiana High School. As they just start the third, Louisiana gets another touchdown on a long run from Tremaine Chapman after Montgomery County fumble. So with 11:03 to go in the third, Montgomery County leads Louisiana 18-15.
8-man, North Shelby leading at halftime over Northwest Hughesville, 30-8. As the teams here come back on the field, Bowling Green needs a touchdown.
Yes, in the worst way. I'd like to see him get points on the board.
Yeah. You get points on the board, you're down by 7 or 8. Going backward, going forward with that halfback pass, and that is incomplete.
That pass nearly intercepted.
Still a good thought. I like it.
Brings up a second down.
Yeah, got a little too much air under it, more than he wanted to.
Yeah, Hayden Finley going back in for the Bobcats as Cooper Keel will exit.
2nd and 10 for Bowling Green from the 35-yard line of the Panthers.
Don't forget, we'll have a full recap of scores on the Eagle 102 scoreboard page later this evening, plus during Eagle 102 Sports beginning tomorrow morning at 6 a.m.
Fake the handoff, rolls out to the far side. That's
nice.
Caught and dropped.
I believe that was by Finley.
The pass was caught. The player was dropped, Finley, and it's going to be a gain of 4. So 3rd and 6 for Bowling Green. Clock continues to run near the midway point of this 4th quarter.
So Finley comes out. Keel returns for the Bobcats.
By the time they snap the ball, it'll be down to about 6:15 remaining in regulation.
Tell you what, Dylan Dalton can turn really well.
Mm-hmm. He's coming to the near side this time, sets himself, throws to the near sideline. That is overthrown at the 10-yard line. Who was the intended target? Was it Bowen?
Was it Bowen or was it
Couldn't
Owen
see.
Niemeyer?
Okay, he ran kind of out of my.
He did, and I can't tell because you won't turn around.
Well, I got numbers on their sleeves. Just
I
squint
can't
a little
read
bit.
that. And nobody wants me to.
Yeah. It was, what, a 39? No.
I see. I still can't read it.
Yeah, I can't see it either.
So
89.
Yeah, so it wasn't either one of them.
It was Ryan Cordy. If the numbers are right.
I believe they are.
So 4th and 7 for Bowling Green. Stepping up through the traffic.
Wide
He's got
open.
first down yardage and brought down. Good run that time by Dylan Dalton.
Hey, I tell you what, that was a great eye. He saw that field wide open, and he turned on the jets and got that first down. Did he get out of bounds to stop the clock? No. Oh, it stops on first down anyway.
Yeah, until they set the chains. Now, what was great about that is he got the defense to bite on that pump fake.
Yeah, he did.
got them off balance and turned on the Jets. And, ooh, big hit there. And that's lucky that Bowling Green was able to hold on to that ball because that thing almost came out on that end around. That was rattling around on the fingertips of the runner for Bowling Green, Niemeyer.
Brought down in the backfield.
You got to hurry it up a little bit. Loss of 7 on the play. We're down to 5:18 to play in regulation. Bowling Green needs to go forward here. 8 on the play clock, down to 5:08 in the game. Taking their time as they put a man in motion. He goes to the far side to Dalton, and that one is incomplete. On the far sideline, stops the clock with under 5 to play, 4:59, and it's 3rd and 15. Looks more like 3rd and 16 or 17 to me.
Yeah. Keel's back out there as Finley came off in the last play, so Finley's still here on the sidelines. We'll see if he remains there as he and Keel have been swapping in and out just about every other play. Based on the way they're standing, Finley will stay on the sidelines.
Big 3rd and long play for Bowling Green. Coming near side, and nothing there. He's going to lose yardage on the quarterback keeper. Big tackle that time by number 62, Braden Madden.
And I tell you what, Charlie Bowen gets in there for that extra block. And, you know, to be honest with you, these are 2 big guys. I mean, they stand at least head and shoulders taller than Charlie, and Charlie's trying to block him, but they're just double-teaming him and knocking him in and not giving Dalton any room to run on that outside corner.
4th and 20 for the Bobcats, and they're going to go for it. They have to.
Yeah, that's what I said. There's no choice at this point.
Under 4.5 to play. And they're going to be going deep. They try this pass again? No.
Nope. Keel's met over on the far side.
The pass was kind of behind him, and he couldn't get himself set, so he tried to run and will end up losing yardage and turns it over on downs with 4:13 left in regulation. It looks like this one's going to go down, barring a miracle, as a Palmyra win.
Now we'll see if Palmyra listens to us and runs, doesn't, avoids the sidelines. And
yeah, you got to keep it between the hashes now.
Unless they're all just enjoying the fact that they're playing, so we want to play for as long as possible.
And if you're Bowling Green, the best you can do is put a helmet on that ball or try and strip it out as they go by. 13-0, Panthers lead. Hand off on first down. Here's Ross Arch. He's brought down after a gain of a couple. And that'll take us down to about 3:40.
On the carry for the Palmyra Panthers.
Clock down under 4 minutes. They haven't restarted the play clock yet, so they could take even more off, couldn't they? Yeah, they did. We're down to 25 on that play clock. They do it quickly here.
That could be why the game's going so quick.
2nd down and 7 for the Panthers. Another inside handoff, and he'll lose yardage this time. Loss of about 1.5 yards. But we're down to 3.5 to play. They're on the tackle. Harrison Hunt on the stop. That draws a nice reaction from the middle.
Yeah, that's because, again, they're all related right there.
Yeah.
No, the Harrison Hunt, the freshman we talked about earlier, has done a great job out there tonight.
3rd and 6. .303 to play.
Oh, yeah, I was going to say, that was number 61 for Palmyra. Got the little bit of a jump there. And
that's Devin Edmonds.
We have a penalty on the field.
That moved, but we're at 2:58 to go in the 4th quarter. But, you get it back here. Quick strike, onside kick.
Now, Kerry Nichols is not signaling the false start. It's not encroachment, Kerry. You don't put your hands on your hips. See,
when I dip, you dip, we dip.
Yeah, I've been nice to him all game, so I had to get something in there.
It's been, a pretty well officiated game.
Yes.
Yeah, there it is. False start on the offense with 2:58 to play.
Oh, penalties offset.
Oh, so they'll just replay the down.
They will.
Brings up 3rd and 7. Well, 3rd and 8. Pretty much. They get to run some more time off the clock. So that really, the offset really benefited the Panthers. Here's Arch diving into the middle. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, maybe another couple of inches, but we're down to 2:50 to play.
4th down for the Panthers.
I think they'll go for it here.
All right, Bobcats.
They are going to go for it. Nope, now they drop that punter back. Number 11, Zane Myers. Back to receive it for Bowling Green is Michael Starks. They'll move as much time off this clock as they can, down to 8 on the play clock. They get the punt off. Here Starks. Goes away from him. And he'll let them down it at the 23-yard line.
And while they switch possessions, want to thank some sponsors for the Eagle 102 Game of the Week coverage this week. Brought to you by Hayden's Motorsports Center, Orff Construction, Lynn's Heritage House, Meyer Implement, Pike County Title, A Taste of Philly, Pow Pow Cattle Farms, Craig Bowen CPA, Liggins Flooring, and Bowling Green Ready Mix, along with Kearns Construction. Don't forget, more football action coming your way tomorrow evening. Mark Froenick, Chris Grody coming to you from Mark Twain High School as the Tigers have their opener against Clopton Ellsbury's 6:30 pregame, 7 o'clock kickoff.
First game of the year for the Tigers, second for Clopton Ellsbury, and nothing there on first down for the Bobcats. Pushed back from the line of scrimmage, and we're down under 2 minutes in this Week 2 matchup. Charlie Bowen on the carry for Bowling Green. He'll lose 2.
Again, reminder, we'll have a complete recap of scores for you online at KJFM Radio. If you just go to the scoreboard page, plus we'll have it for you during Eagle 102 Sports.
Also on the KJFM Radio app.
The app, you can ask Alexa to play KJFM.
Yeah, all sorts of options now. Back to throw. They'll put it in the air, short pass, nothing there. Immediately hit by a couple of Panthers, led by number 83, Peyton Timbrook. Charlie Bowen on the reception. And we're down to the final minute 15 in this ball game, and it looks like the Bobcats are going to get shut out.
Tell you what, though, one of the big positives you can take from this game is they only allowed 13 points from a tough Palmyra squad. They held Brody Lindenbauer, really. In fact, Lindenbauer's the only one scored for the Panthers tonight.
He's got both touchdowns, a 1-yarder and a,
11, I believe, is what they call it.
11-yarder, yep. To the near side. Almost got that horse collar.
Almost did.
But taken out of bounds at the 29-yard line. That'll move this to a 3rd and 6 or a 4th and 6.
I believe it's a 4th and 6.
And they said he stayed in bounds, so the final 30 seconds of this ball game are underway.
And there's about 5 seconds difference between the play clock and the game clock, so they're going to have to get a snap off.
Palmyra wants that goose egg. They're going to wait. Down to 4 on the play clock. And they'll run it on 4th down. He's got the first down yardage and brought down near the 40, and that'll be the ball game. Well, they stopped the clock to move the chains, but that'll be it. 13-0 is going to be our final in this one. And they'll wind that clock now. And that's it. It's a final 13-0. Palmyra over Bowling Green here in Week 2. We'll be back with the pregame or the postgame show rather for you after this on KJFM.
The Eagle 102 postgame show is coming up, sponsored by Abel's Quick Shop.
Here's one question that has no wrong answer. Are you going to choose the new Shell and Fuel Rewards card to be used at Shell stations, or the Shell and Fuel Rewards MasterCard that can be used everywhere MasterCard is accepted? With both, you save 10 cents per gallon, up to 20 gallons every time you fill up. And you also earn 10% rebates on your first $1,200 in non-fuel purchases per year at Shell stations. See? You can't go wrong with either. Visit www.shell.us/getrewards and apply today at participating Shell stations only. Terms and conditions apply.
Bundle at Pike County Mutual Insurance and save. Pike County Mutual offers home auto discounts simply by placing your auto insurance through one of several auto companies that Pike County Farmers Mutual represent, and your home with Pike County Mutual. Ask about the great rates on your personal vehicle, farm truck, big or small, or even your motorcycle and side-by-side. Stop by and see myself, Ford Buchanan, Buddy Bibb, or Kathy Gam at your hometown insurance company since 1895. Come home, insure with Pike County Mutual Insurance on the square in Bowling Green. You'll be glad you did.
It's time again for your annual mammogram, and Pike County Memorial Hospital is here for you. Now, state-of-the-art 3D mammography is closer to you than ever before. Receive the highest quality mammograms and bone density scans from our certified technologists right here in Pike County. Plus, your records and former scans can easily be transferred to us so we can keep everything up to date. It's state-of-the-art technology and the quality care you can count on right in your own backyard. For more information, go to pcmh-mo.org.
The Mercantile Bank of Louisiana is introducing Merc BK mobile banking with remote deposit capture. Any customer with online banking can now access your Mercantile bank account from any device, including your smartphone and tablet, everywhere you go, with the ability to take a picture of your check and deposit it into your Mercantile bank account. You'll never have to worry about getting to the bank. Find more information by visiting mercbk.com. The Mercantile Bank, where they've been serving the Louisiana area for more than 100 years, located on the corner of 3rd and Georgia Streets in downtown Louisiana. Member FDIC.
Hear all the action from the Eagle 102 broadcast booth, sponsored by Family Drug in Louisiana. Time now for the Eagle 102 post-game show on KJFM, sponsored by Abel's Quick Shop.
This game came down to a few plays, Marianne.
It did, and you know what? Cody Linenbauer, we talked about that just a little bit. You know, he was the only person to score for Palmyra in this matchup. He got a 1-yard, rushing touchdown and then an 11-yard rushing touchdown. That's your scores there. I mean, the Bobcats held Palmyra in this matchup to only 13 points, and I tell you what, that in a lot of cases is a win in itself.
Yeah, definitely. And Bowling Green, just when they make a good play, have some progress, they'd follow that up by a 7-yard loss or take a penalty for a false start. While Palmyra, when they made a big game-breaking play, would follow that up with another.
I think at one time, in the second half, Mark, then we have 3 or 4 first downs back to back from Palmyra. That really helped that momentum as well. And I tell you what, but for Bowling Green, we saw some really exciting things coming up on the year. We saw Dylan Dalton basically was, I guess probably in the lingo, QB1 the entire game. But he and Cooper Keel worked really well out there for that, that pass out, and then the long pass from Keel, made some good connections there. And then defensively, we can't say enough about Gunnar Bryant.
Yeah. Oh, a huge night. And, if you're going to name a primetime player in this one for Bowling Green, it's going to be that kid off the edge. 24 for the Bobcats, just a sophomore. Gunnar Bryant, 3 sacks, including 2 solo, a fumble recovery, and an interception. That's a season's worth of stats right there, and he had them here in week 2.
So I tell you what, as fans continue to look forward, they've got a lot to be excited about for the Bobcat season because they saw some really great things tonight. One of the things that we talked about, we talk about it every year. We've talked about it for the last 4 years. I know of. Is that offensive line. It's got to tighten up. It's got to hold those blocks. It's got to get those holes for, your Charlie Bowens, your Hayden Finleys to run through.
Yeah.
That's not news to anybody in the area, but they have a strong one. So, they're going to continue to get better. And, what we're not – I guess we are saying it too, but Palmyra's defensive line was a tough line to hold.
Oh, yeah.
It's not like we were talking about, that they're just pushing a sled and not, holding on. I mean, these were big boys on the defensive line for Palmyra that Bowling Green had a tough time holding, and it's understandable. I mean, I guess maybe because I'm a mom, I understand a little bit, looking at the size differences there that, it was a tough job for the O-line tonight, and they did, fairly well. And, again, you're just going to see improvement week after week here from this Bobcat squad.
Our final 13-0 Palmyra over Bowling Green. Bowling Green falls to 0-2. Palmyra improves to 2-0. We'll take a break, come back, check the scoreboard around the area after this on the Eagle 102 postgame show.
Here's one question that has no wrong answer. Are you going to choose the new Shell and Fuel Rewards card to be used at Shell stations, or the Shell and Fuel Rewards MasterCard that can be used everywhere MasterCard is accepted? With both, you save 10 cents per gallon, up to 20 gallons every time you fill up. And you also earn 10% rebates on your first $1,200 in non-fuel purchases per year at Shell stations. See? You can't go wrong with either. Visit www.shell.us/getrewards and apply today at participating Shell stations only. Terms and conditions apply.
Ingram Plumbing has always been known for its outstanding plumbing service. But did you know that Ingram's is also the largest retail plumbing supply store in the area? We carry Delta faucets, a complete line of Whirlpool tubs and showers, jacuzzi pumps, and many other specialty items. At Ingram Plumbing, we're ready to meet all your plumbing needs. I should know. I'm Bonnie Ingram, and I've worked there for over 50 years. Stop by Ingram Plumbing today, Highway 61, Bowling Green.
Farmers, the crew at Mike's Tire and Service Center is here to serve you. They know the hours you put in, definitely not your typical 8 to 5, which makes it difficult to get that equipment in for service. Therefore, they offer on-the-farm tire repairs. Call Mike's Tire and Service Center and they'll be happy to work with you to get you back to operation as usual. Hi folks, my name is Cody Kirkendall, Mike's Tire and Service Center, located on Business Highway 61 in Bowling Green. Mike's Tire and Service Center proudly supports all area farmers.
Daily life is a bit different right now than what we're used to. Some are feeling the effects more than others, but let's remember that this too shall pass, and try to find ways to keep positive, help others in need, continue to support our businesses as best we can, but also take this time of distancing and shutdowns to self-reflect and improve. Spend quality time with family, exercise, pray, tackle a home improvement project, even if it's just a power clean inside and out, but do something that helps you feel empowered and moving forward. Vicki Cadwalder Real Estate, trains the good to come out of trial.
Eagle 102 Sports on KJFM is brought to you by Ingram Plumbing, Bowling Green Pharmacy, and Mid-America Auto and Towing.
Final in this one, 13-0. Bowling Green falls to Palmyra. They're starting to turn the lights off on us here in the press box. So let's check those scores.
Here, let me hurry up here,
yeah.
Mullins. Poor guy, giving him a hard time for years too.
Yeah.
On the ticker out there, Clark County is leading Macon in the fourth quarter, 28-6. Wright City is leading their game right now, 22-7. Monroe City got the win over Winfield, 46-6. Troy's leading Warrenton, 43-31, and it looks like Hannibal's leading Jefferson City, 25-21. South Callaway is beating North Callaway, 21-6. And I think that's what I got. The last time we got an update from Louisiana, Montgomery County was still winning by 3, 18-15.
The Cardinals trail heading into the bottom of the sixth, 3-1 at the Chicago Cubs. Couple of Game 7s in the National Hockey League in overtime. Dallas over Colorado, 5-4. So the Dallas Stars, who were eliminated in a Game 7 overtime last year by the Blues, do the same to Colorado this year. And then Vancouver and Vegas tied at 0 in their Game 7 midway through the second period, if you're following the NHL playoffs.
And forgot to pass along a softball final tonight. Winfield defeated Silex 7-6. Again, we'll have a complete recap of scores for you on the scoreboard page at kjfmradio.com. But, Mark, more importantly, we've got more football tomorrow.
More football tomorrow from Mark Twain High School, their season opener, as they missed the first week due to the COVID-19 protocols. They will host the Clopton-Ellsbury Indian Hawks. Indian Hawks 0-1. It'll be 6:30 countdown to kickoff. 7 o'clock is when the game starts right here on KJFM. So join us again tomorrow at KJFM 102.1 or KJFM or the KJFM radio app or KJFMradio.com.
And again, want to thank sponsors of the Eagle 102 Game of the Week, brought to you by Kearns Construction and Bowling Green Ready Mix, Liggins Flooring, Craig Bowen CPA, Pow Pow Cattle Farms, A Taste of Philly, Pike County Title Company, Meyer Implement, Lynn's Heritage House, and Hayden's Motorsports.
Thank you to all of them, and thank you to you at home listening or watching on KJFMradio.com to Week 2 football. Glad to bring it to you. We'll see you tomorrow right here on KJFM Radio.
You've been listening to the Eagle 102 Game of the Week. Tune in next week for another exciting battle on the gridiron. The Eagle 102 Game of the Week. Friday, from your only on-air sports leader, KJFM, Eagle 102.
with studios in Louisiana and Bowling Green.